boys.
What's going on, peeps?
I assume we're all good to go?
Yes, sir.
Is Dave out?
Yeah.
We're missing a Dave.
Yeah,
We are
is
missing a
Dave,
Dave.
is Dave
He
out?
will
Or
be he will be delayed by about an hour or so. Like I was telling to some of the other boys, he got caught up in a business meeting for that cheap brothel he works in. You know, the
oh,
one
of
where
course.
all the guys got convicted for committing the same offense, the same address a few years ago, and then they did it again. And well, you know,
I didn't know he was taking a vacation at the Isle of Man.
the show must go on. All right. So, in our last session, you all continued to make preparations for the trip north. You spent about a day attending to various tasks. Morish and Zale ventured into the city, which had calmed down just slightly in the wake of your audacious attack on the Golden Brand. You made contact with Serpon, the goblin knight, question mark, you happened to meet in the basement of the Golden Brand, as well as the surviving members of his team, and calling in the favor he owed you for basically saving him from the hands of the Tickler, you enlisted him in your expedition. Later in that same day, Ish would go on to proselytize a great deal of homeless and downtrodden, showing them a kindness and a grace and a warmth with which they had never experienced in their lives before. Zale is casting Bane on those homeless as we speak to
Ignore
undo all
that.
the goodness done to them. In any case, you led your band of merry men and women first to the Trevain Manor, where you were promptly turned away because homeless people are generally not allowed in the mansions of the rich and famous. But you then brought them to several restaurants, also turned away because homeless people are not allowed in classy restaurants. So eventually you made your way to the home of a young gnomish couple who took you and your followers in and fed you for a night. And well, through the course of the day, your religious efforts were not in vain, and you ended up converting quite a few of these young men and women to your newly founded sect of Lathander, now taking root and slowly growing in the city of Shady Creek Run. In the midst of this, Kieran, you took it upon yourself to venture into places unknown, with the help of the new artifact in your hands, the shimmering purple-black orb that once belonged to Ishmine, and then was found under the pillow of Ish yours, who refused it, and then you took it in your hands, and it whispered to you soft, sweet nothings in your ear. It gave you much insight into places hidden and secrets to be found. And taking a moment of distraction, Ish yours entourage of peasants was a key moment. You slipped into the dark and dangerous bowels of the manor, evading guards and staying stealthy until eventually you came to a chamber. You unlocked the door and found a strange runic circle in a very tight, almost like a closet-sized room. Not knowing what any of this shit did, you decided to step on it, put your hands on it, and the runes lit up, and you were very nearly killed by the surge of magical power that washed over you. But you did survive, and you would later look down at your hand in the night and realize that a strange black glyph has been burned into your palm. Not sure what to make of that just yet. Your body feels strange. You can feel a new sense of something dwelling within you. Zale, the night before all this would transpire, you underwent the ritual to bring back Zamara, the girl you once knew in childhood, and then the woman you found later in the attack on the brand, and sacrificing much of your own vital essence, trading most of your life, reducing yourself to just 5 years to live, you brought her back from back from dead. And, well, you will bear the price for that as you go forward. It has been a long day. Zale and Morish also took it upon themselves to speak with the Lord of the Manor, Lord Darko Trevain, and you enlisted the help of 2 mages, one you know, Talir, and one you do not know, who has not been introduced to you yet. You've taken what time you can to make your preparations. bought new weapons and armor, equipped and attuned to your new magical implements, prepared as best you can, studying the way ahead and contemplating what needs doing. And now it is nightfall, the end of your long day. Unless there's anything else left to do, which there may well be, a long rest awaits you. And then the morning to set out and embark. Is there anything the group of you would like to do the night before?
No, I think I'm good.
Excellent. Excellent. Then you all can go ahead and take a long rest.
Thank fuck.
I will I will remind the prepared spellcasters among you that you can switch your spells on a long rest once and only once. Otherwise, you are locked with what you have for the rest of the day.
I'm not allowed to do that, am I?
Not as a warlock, no.
I'm allowed to use this long rest to recover a level of my 1 level of exhaustion, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
Right. So let me know when you all are ready to proceed.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm just reading through a couple of my spells really quick, but I won't pull any shenanigans.
Yep,
Sure,
I'm
sure.
mostly good to go. What I will note as well is Kieran would have covered that mark on his palm.
Okay.
Precisely get it. Not
It
legally,
is-
let's say.
It is a long and sort of trailing mark, almost serpentine in pattern. It stretches from your palm down to a little bit below your wrist, but with a glove or some such, you can cover that easily.
Yeah,
enough.
so everybody wearing long sleeves, so can just put a glove on or something.
Archery
Covered.
glove.
Yeah, there you go.
Easily
Like
enough.
something specifically to cover the palm.
Easily done.
And it won't
Alright.
look out of place.
Well, I mean, if they see it, they're like, "How the fuck did you get that?" Where would you be like, "Ah,
Yeah.
the orb told me."
Yeah.
Oh, that'll go well, I'm sure.
Put it on the floor now, Kieran.
What? Put what on the floor? I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. The morning comes upon you all. It is a clear enough day. A few clouds in the sky. Dawn. Well, actually, it would be just before dawn that you all awake. The sky is still dark, though the traces of blue melting into black on the horizon as the sun slowly begins to make its way up. One by one, you all emerge from your rooms and make your way down to the foyer, or wherever, perhaps to get an early breakfast to feed up before the day ahead.
Yeah.
Katu is with you all as well, having spent most of the day before in relative peace and silence, cloistered in her room. She emerges now knowing that the journey comes ahead, but she is silent as ever.
So we're heading to these ruins first, if I recall correctly, yes?
Yes.
To re-establish or clear out the monsters and get the items that the Lord... I would guess have we told the party this?
We will tell the party.
We will tell the party this.
Yeah,
about
fair
our
enough,
meeting,
yeah.
about our meeting with Lord Darko Trebane and whatnot, and yeah.
Got it. Let's say you all convene for an early morning meal, waking up a couple of the servants to prepare for you. They're used to this. It is their job as house servants, so there's not too much fuss as they go and prepare a simple breakfast for you all. No buttered quail or stuffed birds today, just a simple repast of cereal grains and cream or milk, but it's ready for you. Kieran, as the ranger of the group, and having spent a decent amount of time in these parts, you would actually have a decent enough understanding of the geography of the Savalirwood.
Okay.
I will move all of you over to a map that I have prepared. It's quite a large one. Feel free to zoom in and out as you need. Let me go to the GM layer. Down here, I've just moved it up. You should see a orange square, orange circle. That is where you all will be beginning. This is Shady Creek Run. You are on the northern edge of it among the mansions. It's a relatively straight shot into the woods. Here, for reference, each square, if you can see the grid squares, is 5 miles. Traveling through the woods, as dense and difficult as they are, 5 miles will take you a day, unless there is some way you can think of to move a little quicker. that circle I've just revealed, the green one, it is the cave you all visited on your pretty much your first day here, and that took you pretty much most of the day to get there. And then considering what happened, that great big red circle in the middle, that fuck off huge area, is Malaeus Mir, or at least it is where the barrier that protects Malaeus Mir begins, in the area it protects. No one in living memory, aside from maybe a couple select individuals, will have seen the city itself, and even they will likely not remember its exact coordinates or what it contains. It is quite a large barrier that protects it, a sort of shimmering arcane ward that turns to ash or drives to insanity anyone who dares to approach too close to it.
Do we
Here-
know of some way to protect ourselves from that? Or do we know of anybody who would know?
I'll say make an Arcana check. Anyone who is proficient in Arcana can make a check. Otherwise, you'd have zero idea.
Okay, that's not me.
No, I'm not proficient in Arcana.
Can I consult the orb?
Actually, yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check and then add a D10 to it.
So then, slash arm 10.
10.
Oh,
17. Unfortunately, even with the orb whispering its eldritch insights in your ear, speaking to you of secrets and divine interventions and ancient histories that only madmen would understand, it's not quite enough. It tells you of many things, of many means of shielding one's mind, but the thing is, you don't even know the first thing about this barrier, this arcane ward. You've only heard secondhand rumors, and even those are pretty muddled up and inconsistent about what the thing actually does. Some travelers say, like I said, it turns people to ash as you approach. Some people say it liquefies the organs and casts rivers of blood spilling from one's eyes and ears and nose. And some say it drives you insane. You don't know. You can't make heads or tails.
okay.
This blue circle, which I will reveal now, is the location of the ruin that Lord Darko Trebane has shown to you. This stronghold of the Trebanes, or perhaps of the city of Malaeus Mir, a satellite fort or castle, some distance away, but some means of exerting influence over these woods, which Malaeus Mir was once the center of a great empire. This, supposedly, is the location of the place you are heading to, a fortress that has been claimed by some kind of corruption. But within its depths lay weapons, armor, artifacts of great power. You're not quite sure yet, but you imagine it will be worth your time. Lord Trebane would not have pointed out to you if it would not be. This next circle, which I'll reveal now, is the location of the teleportation ruin, which Adrian is heading toward. With this morning, he would have set out directly from the green orb. So with this morning, it would be about 5 days since you've last encountered Adrian. He's made considerable progress. You can't know exactly how fast he's moving. Well, maybe you could, if you had a sufficient knowledge, or maybe some conjecture, but you imagine if you take too much time, spend too much time in transit, or am otherwise held up for too long, you will reach that ruin. Too late for you to have an intervention.
Actually, no, we wouldn't know. Don't worry about it.
Well, what were you gonna ask?
I was
There
gonna
might be a
say,
way.
like, being that we know he's collecting an army, like gathering men and whatnot. I'm assuming Moorish is assuming that he would be traveling with said army in the woods. He wouldn't be going on his own with a small group. So they
I
would.
thought he was.
So they would.
I thought he was sorry.
The
I thought he was
teleportation
going-
circles to get into the city. I didn't know if he was bringing the. I can't remember if he's bringing the army through the teleport circle. Was that?
Yeah, but not until it's finished.
Yes, so basically what Mercer, the Jaganthoth informant, told you was he is his group is relatively small, likely not much larger than the 5 or so people you encountered in the cave.
Okay.
His intention is to reach the circle and restore it, and then teleport a great army that he's amassed
And then siege
in
the city.
Rexentrum.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And basically bring them in from the teleportation
Okay, no
circle.
worries then. The question
So,
is moot then.
If you see a bunch of crusaders in their holy armor running around, you know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
So do we get horses?
In the woods?
In the
That
woods, they would be a really
might-
bad idea. They'd break their ankles
Yeah.
super quick, man.
I don't fucking know. I just take all my horses from TV knowledge. Horses are fine.
Anyone who's proficient in survival, go ahead and make a survival check.
Sure.
25. Yeah, Kieran, quite a versed explorer and wayfarer. Horses would not be impossible to get through the woods, but they would slow you down. You'd have to clear a path for them, depending on how thick the way is. You reckon if you have enough manpower and labor on your side, it wouldn't slow your pace appreciably, but as you are, it would be a bit of work. But the benefits are more cargo space, more carrying capacity for people, and if you have enough horses, more speed overall.
Well, we already have a camel. Full
Mhm.
carrying capacity, right?
This
And
is true.
from what I understand, it's like you need manpower to clear space for those horses to navigate. Otherwise, it's just going to be slow. It's currently, what, 5 of us?
9 of us? 10 of us?
10 of us.
That's a
Who-
decent
Four
number,
for
yeah.
Sir Pon, Talir
Uh-huh.
the mage, and Zamara.
and the other
Let's see,
mage.
7. It'd be 12 in total.
12.
13 if you
Okay,
include
actually.
Julian.
Actually,
Would that be enough manpower, Kieran? Would he know?
I would say, perhaps if you had like a good half of your group dedicated to just carving and chopping and blazing a trail ahead, but it would leave.
Half the party
It would-
elsewhere.
Exactly, it would tie you up in a certain way. I mean, there's always the possibility of hiring other followers and hirelings and such, but the Savalirwood is extremely dangerous. There are probably souls out there who'd be willing to follow you out there for enough payment, but how much time
Also
do you want
with-
to spend?
with all that noise, clearing the path, or clearing a path, who knows what would kinda be attracted.
Yeah. So what we thinking? Walk?
Probably walk. I mean, if you want, we could maybe get another camel or two. That might be fine. I think.
Well, let's
Yeah,
just-
I mean, I'd say with a fairly small number of mounts, it wouldn't impede you too much. It's if you want to like mount everybody up that it gets difficult.
Yeah, that's not really gonna work, I think.
So we go buy another mount and then head out, or another couple of mounts. One at the
Well, I'm
front, one in the
thinking,
middle,
I'm thinking, I'm thinking more like cargo carrying instead of mounts.
Oh, so we just lead them along.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I mean
so you got
that would
not
help.
really ride them.
I'm
It's
down
also
for that.
worth considering food and other supplies for the journey. Kieran, you're normally pretty good about being able to hunt and provide and forage. The Savalirwood is a different beast entirely. Very little that is edible grows out here. Even the animals that you can hunt are tough, difficult to swallow, and in many cases outright poisonous.
Okay.
So we need to
well,
stock
I've-
up on food.
I've got 18 one-day rations on me.
I have 10.
So that's in total 28 a day. Divide that by 12 is not enough. So we need more food.
How much do rations cost?
Not much.
It's 5 silver per day's worth of food.
Not much.
So what? We need a couple of horses, and what? 100 days worth of food.
10,
least.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
That's 8 days to the ruin.
Oh, I have no food. I forgot I gave them
Yeah.
away.
Then
You gave them
12
all to me,
days,
I
so
think,
we need
actually.
20 days. Oh, we need at least 20 days worth of food each. Would we be able to pick up like 200 rations? Do we need to worry about feeding the NPCs?
They would need they'd need food the same as you
Is
guys.
this like real life? So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's like 40 miles from
So
the
it's
green dot.
8 days. To the ruin-ish.
Okay.
Say 10 for argument's sake, just
8.
in case. Because didn't you say we have to rest for 24 hours, Verb, or something?
Yes, every long rest that it takes out there will be a full 24 hours. But that's only if you want the full long rest, like to get spell slots and hit points back. I would say if you're just traveling and you don't intend to get the full benefits, you can still just sleep for 8 hours to avoid exhaustion and keep moving. But in the dangers of the wood, it is hard to find the space to properly recuperate unless you can set up a fully fortified camp.
For argument's sake, if someone had tiny hut, would
I would say that would allow you a regular 8-hour rest. You can trust in the security of that.
Okay, cool.
Is that a spell?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's mostly the fact that you have to keep a constant watch.
Yeah, with
and,
tiny hut, it's the people that are allowed in it, and no one else can come in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's up to 9 people, unfortunately, so it would have to be. Some people would be getting left out in the cold.
Okay, well, I think 200 rations should be enough for there and back, because to get there, like, 12 times 8 is like 96. So double that, that's like 190 something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So there and back, 200 should be fine.
200 rations. Okay. We're not belabor the point too much. Say if you guys want to collectively deduct 100 gold, or if someone wants to do that.
Yeah, I'll take out 50.
Yep, I'll also take out 50, it's fine.
Okay, got it. And I guess each of you can add 100 days worth of rations just anywhere on your sheet. We'll assume an animal is carrying it.
Do you want to?
Speaking of which, I'd say if you guys are picking up draft horses, it would be 25 gold each.
Yeah, I'll pick up one of the horses as well.
Okay.
Can I add that to my inventory, a horse?
We should be able to.
Yeah,
Katsu has
you
a
can.
camel in her inventory.
Draft horse,
So-
yeah?
Yep, draft horse.
Draft or craft?
500.
Draft.
I'm going to add
Draft.
100 rations too. So we bought 200 rations, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll add 100 rations to this horse.
2 horses, 1 camel, 200 rations, plus whatever else you guys have. Okay.
You said it's 25 for draft horse, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That's off the top of my head. It could be higher, but we'll go with 25.
Cool.
Alright. Are there any other preparations you all would like to make before you head out?
Do I need to get a horse as well, or is that all right between the 2 horses? That
See,
more
I'd
is-
I
say...
mean, the horses have like 500 pounds of carry weight. Plus the camel on top.
I'll just take the 25 gold if we need another one. I'm not fussed. It's just do we need another?
Is
one?
there any way to get a couple more potions in town as well?
It's been a couple days. I'd say make an investigation check to see if you can find anyone who sells them.
Can I help him?
Sure. Yeah,
Roll
why
again.
not?
Much better.
DC
Dirty
20.
20.
Oh, okay, wow. Alright, cool. Literally just as I said it. Yeah, okay. I would say yes, you are able to find a, this guy's he's a shady type. Doesn't operate out of a store per se, but he goes from alley to alley, and he's kind of a black market sales kind of guy. Often supplies mercenary crews or assassins or other people in need of quick pick-me-ups on the fly. Finding him in the early morning is actually pretty easy, because it's still dark, the sun hasn't yet risen. This would be your first order of the day. Going out alone, Morris, to avoid attracting undue suspicion. Going from word of mouth, going with too many people would scare this guy off. But you find him. This human man with surprisingly clear, almost like baby blue eyes. Very freaky set in his weathered, wary face, with a balding head, mostly covered up by a hood. A little shorter than you.
Okay.
looks up, looks over your shoulder, looks behind his. You're looking to do business, kid.
You could say that, yeah. I'm looking for some
Alright.
healing potions.
Alright. Healing potions, huh? You don't want anything stronger? I got some sood here. You
No,
know, I got
nothing.
red and green.
Nothing like that, please.
Hmm.
I don't
Okay.
partake.
He narrows his eyes at you. Are you telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Eventually shakes his head in eminent disgust. Yeah, whatever. Alright, cool. Alright, that's gonna be 60 gold per. I got 2 on me.
Okay, I can only buy 1. Can I ask someone for some money before I leave? For a potion? Or I'll just buy the 1.
I would say asking for money is easy enough. You could have done that beforehand.
Does anyone want
if
to
anyone
lend me
wants to give
20
that.
gold?
I'll give you 20 gold.
Rock and roll.
Alright. And so you can add 2 basic healing potions to your inventory.
Sure thing. I'll give 1 to Zale when I get back, I suppose.
Alright. Tell your friends about me, if they're cool, you know, if they like to party, but you know, otherwise keep it on the down low, right?
Sure thing.
Why is this guy a douchebag frat boy dealer?
And this weird freaky guy with his baby blue eyes steps back, not looking away. He keeps his eyes on you as he steps backward and eventually ducks around a corner and is gone.
Okay. I head back to the manor.
Excellent. All right. Anything else from any of y'all?
I'm pretty good. We good?
Hmm.
You don't sound
I-
confident.
I think so. Just
I
double
mount the
check.
horses and just wheel spin out of the manor.
Okay.
Vab, do we
They
have
collapse,
items for
they,
those?
they collapse under your weight.
Don't worry.
All right. Azale
we're
is
just
a pretty big
Oh.
boy. I would
Azale?
say a draft horse you can mount easily enough, but it's slow going, not much better than walking, really.
You could use it to
Um,
rest, maybe. Vav.
Rest your legs a bit, sure. I'm going to move you all back to the main party screen here. Let me add a couple of horses to your entourage. At the same time that, oops, wrong layer. Token layer. At the same time that, Kieran, I
Oh,
would
sorry.
say
Have
is-
we bought torches, by the way? Because not
Yeah.
all of us
We
have
should
dark
have
vision.
them. We should
Or
have them in your
Flasks of oil.
I do not have any torches, no.
I have. Never mind. It's okay.
I don't need them.
Never mind. False alarm. It's okay. I've got.
No worries. I would say, at the same time that Kieran is returning with 2 horses, holding them up by the reins, leading them placidly along, you see coming over the road, marching jauntily enough, is little Serpon, about 3.5 feet tall, leading his entourage. 3 men, basically, and some bigger, some smaller. You see all the people you met in the Burning Brand, but they've had a little bit of time to clean up. Faces relatively clean, armor, some of it fresh and new. It seems that perhaps they made a little bit of coin from their adventure, maybe did a little pilfering of their own. Some new gear among them. The highwayman is wearing a new fancy outfit, almost aristocratic, with a big old black hat on the top, sort of tilted forward, almost like a beret. The hedge knight, formerly known, still in chainmail, but with a wicked new glaive over his shoulder, a half-orc fellow with dark green, almost ochre skin, and the young rookie, now wearing a leather coat, still fresh-faced, looking remarkably nervous as he comes up and sees you all amassing your supplies and gathering in front of the Turbane Manor.
Awesome. I love that you've given them names. Yay.
I have. It will make it sweeter when they die.
Yeah.
My money's on Rookie Jack.
You leave Jack alone.
Boss is gonna sign off and start crying. Not Dennick. He was my favorite.
I gave him a cool hat and everything.
I gave him a funny name too.
Serpon, with 2 scimitars at his sides, one hand on the hilts of either, marches up to the group of you, bold as day, looking up at all of you, but then particularly at Zale, oddly enough, and he says, Hello, my friends. It is a fine morning to vanquish evil. When do we set out?
Welcome, Sir Pond. Thank you for joining us. We are heading out soon, I believe.
Soon. That is my favorite word. It's right next to hooker and beer.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Talia.
Roll.
No need roll, no roll necessary. Although 17 is pretty good. Talir is not far behind the rest of your group. He looks a little bit nervous, brushing one lock of longish hair behind his ear, patting himself over, checking the spell book and a little holster at his hip, his backpack, his travel leathers. He looks freshly geared and very, very nervous. In fact, his face is a mask of concern as he looks over you all, stepping through the gates, giving a nod to the guards on either side. One of which, the spearman, is a regular that you've all seen, and then the other one to the right is a new hire because you guys went and proselytized the other two guards, or Ish
What do
did.
you mean? What do you mean us?
Ish did.
Don't
went
lump us
and
in with him.
got them recruited into a burgeoning new cult. But anyway, Talir comes through.
Cult.
You're right. It's a genuine religion. That's my bad. I gotta check my privilege. Talir comes through. There's a rapier at his side. His armor. Is he wearing armor? No, he's wearing mage robes. But there is in fact a faintly shimmering arcane barrier surrounding him. He has casted mage armor upon himself in preparation of the day. Greetings. I feel like we are all going to die terrible deaths, but I am ready to aid you as best I can.
A good death is its own reward.
Jesus, Sale.
He sort of screws his eyebrows up at that and just looks at you with his head cocked and says, I don't know about that, but whatever floats your boat, sir.
Don't worry, Talia, you got this. We're gonna be fine.
He gives a little shaky smile and says, I certainly hope so. Next comes Zamara, also heading from the tavern. She is wearing fresh new clothing, armored leathers, reinforced with studs, and a green shawl running down, covering her neck and running down her back, and a slightly flowing cape, blowing a little bit in the breeze. Left arm sleeveless. You see tattoos that perhaps you didn't have time to notice before, but running almost in a spiral pattern down to the middle of her forearm. She has a little crystal that she's just tapping against her thigh as she walks. Red head, red hair, glowing. Morning.
Morning.
Looks like we've got quite a crew lined up, huh?
It's the best we could sort on such short notice.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there, real dangerous, but I trust you all. We're probably not gonna die, I think. In this time, a little bit after, a new face comes out to the rest of you all, new to all of you anyway. An elven woman, also red hair, oddly enough. Bright red hair, almost crimson, almost seeming to burn and glow in the early daylight. A mage wearing purple robes, very ornate, very intricate and finely crafted. A spellcasting implement at her hip, a wand of sorts. High elf with paler skin than Talir. Talir has sort of tannish color to his skin, indicating his wood elf heritage. She's very pale, but she steps out. She comes to the rest of you all, almost gravitating to almost like the head of the group, if the rest of you all have assembled into a sort of group and column. She stands before you all, and she strikes a bow, one hand in the small of her back, one hand in front of her abdomen as she lowers herself at the waist, and she says, Hello, my name is Vet Sidea, and I have been given the pleasure of working with you all.
G'day.
Pleasure is all ours.
Yeah, I'll give a bow
As well
and say welcome.
it should be. I am the finest artillerist that the Trebane family has to offer, and I'm sure my spells will not be unappreciated by your lot. Gives a little smug smile. Your group is assembled. the 7 of your hired compatriots, the 5 of you and your 3 pack animals. It takes some time to pack all the rations and other such supplies that you would have purchased onto the animals, packing their saddlebags, ladening them for the way ahead. But without too much more ado, there's nothing left but to press forward. I'll return you all to the map. Alright, so I would like you all to ping step by step each square you would like to. Well, that's not entirely
Maybe
necessary.
do this
Just
instead.
yeah. Well, you'll
with
be setting out from the orange dot, not the
Yeah,
green one.
sit in there.
But yes, if there's any particular route you'd like to take, feel free to mark it out now. Otherwise,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, assuming that we had the map beforehand and we'd know if we just hug the mountains, clear out that thing at the north, and then just continue north to where
the river.
where the river's like narrowest, then cross there and go across.
What if we just go straight there?
We want to go to the ruins to get the items.
Yeah, we have to go to the ruins first.
Clear it out.
Otherwise, we're going to invoke the wrath of a very old, angry elf man.
Yes.
You already gave one of us
This
cancer,
is
so
one of the reasons we have Talir and this mage with us, is so we can go to this ruin. Like, that's part of the deal.
We can do it on the way back.
I'd rather go
No.
in with better items than come back.
Loot.
Yeah.
Loot now.
Yeah,
I want a flaming something.
yeah.
so jealous of Kachi's axe.
God damn, it's a
I
good
don't
axe.
want the axe. Oh.
Nah, screw that axe. But it has to, whatever you get has to be flaming. No reason, not related in the slightest.
Oh shit! I found
flaming
Graham
hammer.
Norton.
All right, Kieran. Looks like that's a pretty solid route you've planned out there. Would take you 8 days of travel, unless there's anything you all can think of that might speed your course of travel. Normally it's
An
about
airship.
5 days a square. An airship would certainly help, but unless you have the spell Create Airship, I think you'll be out of luck.
Does anyone know teleport?
Fun point avoider.
Nope.
Teleportation magic is notoriously
Oh,
unstable in the Savalirwood.
Yep, of course.
With the exception of that ruin that Adrian is attempting to conquer.
Okay, I can't think of anything.
Alright. No worries. Otherwise, travel is easily done. Well, not so easily. Who is leading this expedition?
I wonder.
I would say Kieran.
Yeah, that makes sense enough to me. Kieran, I will have you make a survival check, and let's do this for each day that you travel. The wood
Okay.
DC 10 is what you want in order to make it through without complicate. Not DC 10. DC woods are rather dangerous.
DC 8, you got it, boss.
DC 15. So let me go ahead and put a token down. I'll just put you on the map here, Kieran. So your first day, I would say getting to this square you're at now, easily enough, right? It would even be DC 10 this close into the woods, this close to civilization. Well, civilization air quotes, but no issues. It's a relatively good, warm day, pleasant enough. You are on the cusp of winter here, the last of the autumn leaves turning orange and falling to the ground. The air will grow cold and bitter soon enough, but for now, it's a pleasant enough day and making for a rather decent first day's travel. Spirits are high, morale is good. A few times here and there, you see signs of some beasts and animals wandering through the tracks of wolves and other such animals, but nothing you wouldn't be able to handle. You feel confident enough, and you avoid them in any case. Let's have another check as you move your next way up. 21, even better. Continuing along, no problems here. This close, I would say, within this sort of basin or caldera of these mountains immediately to the north of Shady Creek Run, the woods are gnarled and rather warped, but not truly horrifying yet, as you've seen. There are places deep into the woods where horrors await, where the air itself conspires to kill you, where there are strange oddities of nature and aberrations and horrific creatures, the likes of which many of you would not even be able to comprehend, or at least certainly having never seen anything like that. But Here, travel is easy enough. Why don't you go ahead and move me to your next square over, because I forgot the, or move yourself to the next square over, Kieran, because I
So,
forgot where you
It's
wanted to go.
diagonal now, isn't it?
It's that one.
That one,
The
easily
rest
enough.
was going
Let's-
to be like this.
Gotcha. Let's have another check.
That's actually the wrong route, but doesn't really matter.
14. 14. Okay. Things get a little tougher here. You're on the edge of this sort of basin, this area that is almost shielded by the mountains. The Dunrock Mountains, forming a sort of almost a protective barrier around this center, probably shielded it from the worst of the calamity when Malaismere was sundered and that destructive wave of rippling energy washed out over the woods. The mountains likely shielded this area somewhat, but as you come to the edge of that shielded area, things start to twist and grow more and more dangerous. I need you to roll a d10 for me, Kieran.
Yep.
You didn't fail by much, so the risks are relatively low. 9. Let me... Ah, shit. I had a paper, but I put it in the pocket of my work shirt, and then I put my work shirt in the washer.
Sausage.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, but as I recall, 9 was perfectly fine. You wanted a high number. 10 would have likely given you something special. Actually, I remember the exact encounter, but that's okay. 9 means nothing's happened. Nothing happened. So go ahead and make your next move and make another check.
Oop.
And at this point, you guys would have expended 36 rations, now up to 48.
I'll take them
Let's
out of
see.
mine.
Gotcha. 48 at this point.
So 110 minus 48 is 62.
Yes, exactly. Kieran, go ahead and make another D10 roll for me.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh no.
These woods.
Not my backup character. Oh no.
The jackal. Better start getting into character.
These woods are. They exude an aura. There is a strange feeling the deeper you press into this place. A feeling almost like being watched. The skin on the back of your neck is perpetually prickled up, the hairs raised up. Paranoia is a natural state of mind in this place. You can't help but think as you wander through these trees that some of these branches are like hands, fingers outstretched, reaching out to grab you. And a few times you look up and you stare at one tree in particular and you think, for some ungodly reason, Kieran, you feel it especially, that orb whispering in your ear. It makes you extremely paranoid, and it doesn't help things one bit. That thing's gonna fucking grab you. It's gonna get you. It's gonna kill you. But no, it's just a tree. At the same time, I need all of you to make a perception check.
Oh.
I'll roll one for Katu as well. He has -1 on this, but we'll see. Okay. You continue through the day. The sky is overcast and murky. The horizon, almost like a bowl of ashes over your head. The light that filters through the canopy of these trees is watery, dim, and murky, and this deep in the woods, there are times when the path, and path is a misnomer, there is no path here. You are carving your own trail through these dense woods of gnarled trees and branches and scorched earth, the ground like ashes. But there are times where the darkness is so severe, even though it is broad daylight, that you can barely see anything at all ahead of you. The wind blows hard, high, and bitter through the trees, screaming in your ears in places. In fact, it very much sounds like screaming at times, like the voices of people suffering in agony. And the screaming wind is so high indeed that you do not hear the sounds of footsteps behind. You do not hear the rustle of underbrush and the low, murmuring growls that trail your party, that stalk you in the night, that watch you as you sleep. Nothing happens tonight. Go ahead and make another roll as you move forward and pick a square for me.
1 sec, sorry.
$19. Alright. Yep, go ahead and move anywhere you like.
It was up.
1 square. Easy enough. Okay. I will let you all make another perception check. DC is higher this time.
Can I use my orb to help me?
Yes, it would be another day at this point. It would be several days, in fact. So you can roll a d10 if you like.
Oof.
2. Total of 16. I mean, Ish and Morris, you rolled pretty high. That would have been enough the second go around, but... yeah. No. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna move you guys back to the former group. Tell me how your party is arranged. Kieran, I assume, is at the front of the group as the leader. How do you have your animals arranged? How do you have your entourage? Go ahead and decide for me.
Well, I think Carrie should be up front.
Makes sense.
I'd be
Stay a little
somewhere
bit
in-
behind Kieran, because
probably
Kieran needs to range forward.
in the middle somewhere.
Out of habit, I'm still lockstep with Morris, ready to German suplex him at a moment's notice.
You
I,
just like being next to me, Zale, don't I?
so I would assume the animals are kind of somewhere in the middle and the back, and the entourage doesn't really matter who is also kind of in the middle towards the back.
Okay. You could do something like this, I suppose.
I would be beside Rookie Jack, telling him of the glory of Lathander.
Okay. Let's
So
put,
Ish is at the back with Ricky Jack. Okay.
okay, let's put him there. Let's put Denik near the back as well. Let's put Serpon leading hot, bold, and mighty next to Katu. Samara, I'd say in the middle. Vet. Vet would prefer to be in the presence of some strong marshals to keep her safe and steady, so she'll be somewhat near the front, near this charming half-orc fellow. Alright. Okay. Since we're likely about to launch into battle, I need to take a piss. I will be back in like 2 minutes.
Damn it, Ferb. Just
if
piss
any of
bucket.
you all need to do...
Halfway you explaining.
So when D the other day was doing the backup characters with the chatbot, I was like, I'm gonna make a new character, and I made a pro wrestler. So he's a fighter battle master who has unarmed fighting as his fighting style, and tavern brawler and tough. So he's got like loads of hit points, and he can grapple people with a bonus action when he attacks, etc. And I named him the Jackal, and he's a pro wrestler. And so he speaks solely in the third person, makes promos mid-fight, starts cussing at his enemies and stuff. And I asked Verb if I could replace my backup character with him if Moorish dies. So, yeah.
Is this just I forget the guy's name? That guy who kept wearing the headbands and the sunglasses with WWE.
Randy Savage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Is that based on him, kind of?
Basically, yeah. It's just one of those
It's
stereotypical 80s pro wrestler guys.
Yeah, you were like, he talks of himself in the third person. Immediately, I'm like Randy Savage.
Yeah, Randy Savage. Macho man.
100%.
The Jackal is gonna take you to Suplex City, brother. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I'm looking looking forward to killing off Morris so I can see this new character.
If Morris does die, or when Morris dies exactly,
Okay.
and if the Jackal does get brought in, if I've grappled them, can I roleplay it that I do suplex them and stuff? You know what I mean? If I've got them in a grapple and
You know what? Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're taking the grappling fighting style. Lets you do damage to them at the
start of the turn. Yeah, I get 1d4 damage.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Why not, man?
Now
So
you
then,
listen here, Adrian.
Yeah.
You're gonna come into my Savalirwood.
I'm gonna bring you down, brother. You know what I mean? Just mid-fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Drops everything, gets like 5 opportunity attacks, goes straight for him.
Well, he's a fighter, so I get action surge as well, so I can make a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of attacks.
You can suplex them, and you
And
can
the
plant
unarmed
them.
strikes
Nice.
use if I don't have any weapons or shields, my unarmed strikes do 1d8 plus my strength modifier. He has 20 strength.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Well, we may get a chance to see him sooner rather than later, depending on how this plays out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Last call on readjusting your battle formation.
Yeah, look, I think someone would maybe be at the back here somewhere. I just don't know who. No, fuck it. Let's put Danik here.
You want to put Denik there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do need we're lacking a rear guard.
Yeah,
Does
let's Danik.
Zale
Let's go.
want to go back there?
Well, do you want to come to the rear with me, Moorish?
go on there. Yeah, but then we leave a big gap in the middle.
Ah,
You're
fine,
gonna
I'll
need
go
to just,
here.
you're just gonna need to trust me, man.
Well, it's so hard. You've got voices in your head, my boy.
Says the man with the orb.
Yeah.
Exacerbated the
At,
voices
at
in my
least
head.
you can see the voices. Like,
Alright, let's say foliage. I'm just gonna draw some foliage. Basic.
it's tangible, Noodle.
Okay.
I do love the verb map engine as it renders in real time.
Yep, you can see it working. You know,
Little
the
green
magic
poops.
happening right in front of you.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like my old PC generating the dungeon right in front of my eyes.
I don't know if
Not-
it's coming. I don't know if it's coming into play right now, but I do have alert.
Okay, let me see that exactly. Alert. You gain +5 bonus to initiative. You can't be surprised while you're conscious, and other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you. Okay, that does make a difference, especially cannot be surprised. I'll tell you, it does not let you see what is coming. Like, it doesn't like give you an auto success on perception checks against things that are ambushing you, which is what's happening now.
Okay.
But it does mean that you are not affected by the surprise condition, which we will get into in just a second. I would like all of you to roll initiative real quick. It's not going to come into play in right away, but hang on. Let me get the turn tracker up first. Morris and Zale, roll again, and I'll just change your rolls over. Why? Oh, that guy should not be there. Okay. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I forgot to clear the turn order from last time. I'm an idiot. Do that.
Yep.
Clear over, and everyone roll again. And I will change them. Okay, Morris, your first roll was a 12, so let's make that a 12.
They all got progressively worse.
Yeah, I'm
I
happy.
got
Kieran,
I got
13.
progressively better.
Zale, your first roll was a 12, so we'll give you a 12.
Yeah.
Ish, could you roll initiative for me? Mr. Coach?
He went to go get a drink, I think, or
Oh,
something.
oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. We can wait. I will instead roll initiative for all these guys. I guess including the animals, why not? You never know.
Julian to save the day.
He goes in with a bite and does 8d8 damage or something with it.
Alright, let's see. Serpon, Kieran, Talir, Denek, Vet, Draft Horse, Moorish, Zale, Julian, Gord, Rookie Jack. I think that's everyone.
Let's
Is
change-
Samara in there?
No.
She's not. Okay, let's add her in then. Roll initiative, lady. Oh, nice. Good job.
Thanks, boss.
Verb's gonna be playing with himself for a little while.
I always do, baby. I
Um,
always do.
Can we? Are we changing our initiatives?
No.
Would I change them?
Well, mine's 10. For some reason.
Oh, yeah, it should be 12. Yeah.
I'm back.
Hello, Mr. Ish. Would you mind rolling initiative for me?
Sure.
So Zale's is 9.
Thank-
It should be 12 as
Thank
well.
you, sir. Alright, and... Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. Put this thing on the field, too.
Oh shit, I forgot. Do you want me to roll again, Verb,
Oh.
or take this 12? I
Fuck.
forgot to.
Let's see.
For
12,
we-
Where's your,
I forgot to select the token before I. rolled it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just roll it and I'll change it to 12. What's up?
Should we be able to see that?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be acting in just a sec. I mean, you all don't see
Okay,
it in
cool.
character, but it'll be there.
Don't you worry, boys.
Don't you worry, boys. Don't
This is
you
all
worry.
part of my plan to murder you all. Don't
All
you
right.
worry.
This creature, a large beast with a
Oh.
distended, purple shimmering cranium of some scaled material that is iridescent, that refracts light as it looks, with gleaming purple eyes. Colorless, without irises, I should say, just a solid, dark, oily color, with tendrils extending below the mouth, covering a jaw full of sharp, bone-grinding fangs and teeth. It moves on 4 legs, almost like a wolfhound, but huge and massive, with strange, distended, almost tumor-like limbs. It has been stalking you for nearly a day and a half at this point, watching and waiting, looking for its opportunity. It stalks through the underbrush, silent as it moves, until finally it catches you all as you're moving through a particularly dense thicket. Each of these green bits here, I would say, are both difficult terrain and concealment. You cannot see through them. It waits and it watches until finally it is ready to strike.
Oh no,
Let me go
Moorish.
ahead. Let me go ahead and put the turn order up where you all can see, and let's change the music over. Let's see, we got a lot of things here. Okay. The Mindstalker. Quickly, ferocious. A creation, an engineered monstrosity made to capture and harvest the minds of mages, to tear into their skulls and capture their secrets for the use of whatever masters command this beast. It seeks out the greatest source of arcane power in sight, the most vulnerable. It seeks out Talir. Alright. Bounding from the woods, brushing out Zale, as the way surprise works is when a party or a group is surprised, initiative is rolled and a turn order is established, but for the first round of combat, everyone who is surprised skips their turn. You do not skip your turn here. You will get to act on initiative 9 after the Mindstalker has essentially taken 2 actions.
Okay.
Zale's initiative is a 12, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've got alert.
Hang on. Why is your initiative at 9? Yeah, it should be 12. It should be 12. That was your first roll. Let me change that over. What's your dexterity score?
11.
11. The Mindstalker would go first then, as it has the higher dex. Alright. The Mindstalker rushes forward. It is going to start by making 2 adamantine claw attacks at Talir. It rears up, standing for a moment on 2 legs, and as it stands up, it is enormous, perhaps 12, 13 feet tall all in all, and maybe 7 or 8 feet wide. This monstrous creature rearing up, and its claws are razor sharp and gleaming as it rears down and slices twice at Talir. Okay. The 11 misses, and Talir is surprised. He would not. When you're surprised, you can't take reactions. So the second attack actually hits, as he suffers 17 points of piercing damage. The Mindstalker is going to make its third attack at Talir, seeing as he is not dead. 12. Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. Also misses. Talir, caught off guard and reeling. No, I forgot. If you're attacked by an unseen creature, it has advantage. So it would actually be the 27, the 23, and the 24. Yeah, all of those would hit.
Oh no.
Minus 13 from the first hit, 17. Surprisingly, Talir is not instantly killed by this. He is instead knocked to 0 hit points and brought unconscious immediately as the Mindstalker rears in, bursting out of the foliage. This horrible, hulking creature stunning all of you except Zale. Your senses are razor sharp and attuned to danger, having lived much of your life on the run, always pursued, always hounded, never safe. You know that safety is nothing but an illusion, waiting to be broken, and indeed you see it come bursting out of the woods, your hand already on your greatsword. But you are too slow to act as the Mindstalker rushes in, and comes up and swings with brutal force down upon Talir. 3 times, raking through his body, the blood flowing and spilling and pouring in rivulets. And immediately, the Mindstalker is going to use a bonus action and use its Paralytic Sting. This long, hooked tail unfurls from its back with a hooked stinger at the end, dripping with some kind of clear blue toxin. And it rears down and stabs Talir straight in the chest, and immediately his entire body stiffens up. He is stabilized, he does not have to make death saving throws, but he is also paralyzed for 3 hours. So even if you get him on his feet, he will not be able to do anything. Okay, that is its action, and its bonus action. The Mindstalker is then going to use, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, it is going to burst into the bush and be gone. Zale, you can act at this point.
Oh. Talir is paralyzed.
You don't know. All you saw, all you see from Zale's perspective and the rest of you is this horrific creature just burst out of the foliage, ripped into him with 3 razor-sharp claws, and then stabbed him in the chest with some kind of stinger, and you look on him in the ground and he is still covered in blood and not moving.
I'm gonna go next to Talir and then lay on hands for 10.
10 hit points?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Talir regains 10 hit points. You can tell it's having an effect. You see the wounds close. You can see his breathing, which is ragged and raw, stabilize a little bit, but he is still unable to move, his body locked up. And you can tell, I'd say, in that moment of laying your hands on him and cursing healing magic through, that something is affecting him in this way.
That'll be my turn. I can't do anything else for now.
Okay, got it. Hang on. Okay, I got it mixed up a little bit. The Mindstalker would have gotten his free action, and then it would go to the surprise round. But it's alright. We'll just have the Mindstalker take another action now, and then initiative will go as normal. Next up, he is going to... His target is Arcane Power, preferably Arcane Power that is not fiercely guarded. Katsu has none, Serpon has none, Kieran has a little bit. Morish, however, is a veritable bonfire of Arcane Power, especially with that gauntlet on his hand. 25, 40 feet to get in range of you, Morish, and it is going to make 3 adamantine claw attacks at you.
But down.
Oh boy. That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Jackal ready!
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that's 19 points of slashing damage, 15 points of slashing damage, and 16 points of slashing damage. None of those were 19s, so no crits.
I am unconscious.
Immediately, as the Mindstalker bursts out of the bushes a second time, quick as lightning and ferocious, it comes in, slams down on you, swinging 3 times. Your blood flies and spurts in the air. You are unconscious. You are bleeding. You're not quite dead, and the Mindstalker's Paralytic Sting needs to recharge. Speaking of which, let me roll a d6. 1d6. 5 or higher. No, it does not recharge. Alright, that was 40 feet of movement. The Mindstalker is now going to burst into the foliage. 10 feet, so it is obscured. You can all see it, though. I mean, it's not an easy thing to hide, but it's there. Alright, that finishes up the surprise round. Zale, you took your turn. We go from the top of the initiative now. Serpon is up. Seeing this ambush happen, shakes himself back to stupor and comes to alertness. He has 40 feet of movement. He's going to start running. 40 feet there. He's going to use a bonus. This thing is terrifying. Serpon is fearless. He has 9 intelligence, and he is reckless to a fault. He's going to use his bonus action to dash, get in range, and make 2 scimitar attacks at it. 11 and 15. both miss as Serpan comes rearing up with his sword in hand, 2 swords in fact, and swings out with both in a crossing arc, and both strikes deflect off of this thing's scale armor, or scale plating. Kieran, you are up.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Can I just talk above table for a second?
Sure.
So, if anyone could get Moorish up, I have a spell called where the fuck are you? Sanctuary. I ward a creature with range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack spell. So if we use Moorish as bait, we might be able to counteract a lot of its attacks. As long as it's not very wise.
Okay, I was gonna try to cast Levitate on it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let me check your sheet to see the exact specifics of that.
Let me.
Second level
Can I
spell.
put the? Wait, how do I send it to the?
You've done it. You've done
There
it.
we go.
Yeah,
There we
you've
go,
done
there
it.
we
I
go, there we
see it. All right, so that is a Constitution save.
go. 14.
14. Okay. We will have the thing make a Constitution save. Kieran, I would say to do this, you have to remove your glove to expose your glyph in this moment, and you raise your hand up toward the. Hang on, 60 feet? Are you within 60 feet of it?
Yes.
You are. Perfect. You raise your hand toward it, and the glyph begins to burn, the searing purple, blue, black light. Visible to some of you who are paying attention. Many are not. They're focusing on this creature. Let's make that con save. DC 14. 18.
Fuck.
Unfortunately. Your new magic, and go ahead and deduct those those points you already have. Excellent. You raise your new hand, and your new magic, new to you, a new knowledge, like tapping on a new, like using a new tool that you've never employed before, rushes through you, and you feel it briefly wrap around the Mind Stalker. It begins to push and pull, and then something flexes in it. Its strange muscles bulge and flex for a moment, and then the spell is broken, and it drops to the ground.
Okay, that's fine. Bonus action. I'm just gonna Hunter's Market then.
Okay, got it. Anything else for your turn, my friend?
No, that's my whole turn.
Got it. Talir is unconscious on the ground and paralyzed. He can do nothing. Zamara is going to... Let me change the music over. This is okay, but not as good as I'd like. Let's try this. See how that. What does that sound like? Cool. Yeah, I fuck with it. Alright, Zamara is going to go ahead and get in range. What is her range on that ability? 30 feet? 30 feet, yep. She's going to use... Oh, she needs to get one tile closer. That's fine, she can do that. She will go ahead and raise up her tattooed left hand, and similar to Kieran, actually, the spiral tattoo running down her arm pulses this very brief verdant green. She uses Balm of Healing. She's going to roll 3d6 on you, Morris, and you regain hit points equal to whatever she gets. 12. You gain 12 hit points, my friend.
Okay, yeah.
Brought back to consciousness. Alright, that is her bonus action to do this. For her action, she is going to cast Fairy Fire on the Mind Stalker. Sort of painting it over the bush where it's currently on. Let me concentrate on that, and that is a dex save of DC 15 for her. It's decently dexy, but let's see. Oh, buddy, yeah. The fairy fire, the lights shoot out and paint this area, but the Mind Stalker ducks aside, and the lights miss, and it is not covered in them. Would have been really useful, though. No matter. That is the end of her turn. Denick. Shit, dude. He's just a rogue. I'm not sure he signed on for all this this nonsense here, but he's going for it. Bonus action dash. He's going to get in flanking with Serpan, and he's going to make a dagger stab at its back. Oh, nice. That actually hits. 23, 7 points of piercing damage, and he does get sneak attack. So that is a total of 4d6 additional damage. So let me roll that. Does that work if I press this? Yes, it does. Oh, buddy,
That's
7?
terrible.
Oh. Yeah, just garbage, man. But oh well, 14 points of damage. Damage is damage.
Yeah.
With that said, the Mindstalker is going to use its reaction on its Psychokinetic Shield, reducing that damage by 2d4. That lasts until the end of its next turn, so it takes a total of 11 points of damage. As this shimmering barrier, this arcane ward of purple energy, and covers it for a moment, and as Denix reaches in with the dagger and stabs in, he encounters a little bit of resistance, blunting some of the force of the strike. He is going to now move. He can't. He cannot disengage. He is not a swashbuckler. He is locked in now. Okay. Good for you, Denix.
Locked, cocked, and ready to get fucked.
Vet Sideer. Did I roll for Katsu? I never rolled for Katsu. Let me roll for Katsu.
Hey.
Oh wow,
Jesus.
actually Katsu would have acted pretty quickly then. Let's get Katsu in this. We'll have her take her turn. Alright. So she has 40 feet of movement, charging through the underbrush here. Not quite enough to do it. What do you think? Would Katsu make a ranged attack, or would she rush in to close the distance?
Katsu would rush in.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
That's what she's gonna do. Using her action to dash and get in the Mindstalker's face. Alright. Vet is going to move down 30 feet, taking cover behind the draft horse, and she is going to cast Scorching Ray and make 3 attacks against the Mindstalker. Okay, one more attack. Okay, alright. All damage that the Mindstalker suffers is reduced by 2d4 until the start of its next turn. Alright, so that first Scorching Ray, though it hits, is completely dissipated by this arcane barrier that shimmers around this creature, dealing no damage. Second one, also completely reduced, no damage. This third one, mostly reduced, and it takes 4 damage total from fire. As she raises her hand, spins her arm in a circle around itself, and 3 rays of fire shoot out, and are all but completely deflected by this ward of psionic energy that shields this creature. And that is the end of her turn. The draft horse, unless anyone makes an animal handling check right away, it's gonna run the fuck away.
Should I do that?
I'd say you're close enough. Yeah. I'd say anyone within 30 feet. So go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Do we all? or
20.
just,
Uh,
okay,
anyone who wants to use their reaction to do it. Alright, so this animal is about to run, bolting into the foliage, and presumably to be lost forever. But just as it moves, like, I'd say that far, Kieran, you put up a hand, make a warding gesture. Perhaps for a moment, calling on a tiny bit of your ranger energy to speak to it and bespeak, without actually expending the feature, and it calms, and it's good. It is
Sit
under
the
control.
fuck down! Nay!
Alright, we come to the Mindstalker now.
Reaction actions are different from action actions,
What's
aren't
the Mindstalker's
Yes.
dexterity? Oh, mine's,
Mindstalk-
mine's 16.
The
Right,
Mindstalker is 19.
Okay, fine.
It is quite dexterous.
Clearly.
It is surrounded. That's never been a problem for it. It's going to... Yeah, alright. I forgot to do this. It actually has legendary actions. But we'll just forgo that one turn when it could have used them. Instead, it's going to make 3 adamantine claw attacks at each of you who are surrounded by it. Oh, I should say Katsu would have raged, so Katsu will be raging for this. First one at Katsu. Hits, 15 points of damage, reduced to 7. Let me go ahead and deduct that. 7 damage.
Whoever
Second
remembers,
one.
Dave's character better than Dave does.
it?
This is true. Second one at Serpan, hits for 12 points of damage. Serpan is going to use his reaction to Uncanny Dodge, cut that to 6. Oh boy. Third one at Denik is a crit. So
Oh no.
that's
Not Eric!
16, 20 plus 4d4 slash roll 20 plus 4d4 plus 20. 32. Danik has 35 hit points. Okay, you lucky son of a bitch. as the Mind Stalker, in a single whirl of adamantine claws, rakes out in a circle, spinning and slashing around both of you. Katu and Serpan both manage to resist in some way. Serpan ducking narrowly, the scratch just grazing across his chest. Katu just withstanding it, but Denek takes the worst as the beast whirls around with both claws, rakes him with both hands, and rips his chest open, blood spilling and spraying. Okay. I will roll a d6 to see if its psychokinetic shield recharges. Recharges on a 4 to 6. It does not recharge. Alright. That is the end of its turn.
My
Zale.
turn.
Yes.
I will get in there, and I will
Mhm.
make 2 greater weapon master attacks.
Mhm.
So take 5 off these.
Will do. 14 misses. 10 misses.
God damn it.
Unfortunately. Taking your blade in both hands, swinging down with brutal hacking chops, the Mind Stalker managed to duck and twist just out of the way for your blade to deflect off its hardened scales.
Unlucky D.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith
On yourself, or?
on myself.
Okay,
Just in
got it.
case.
I will. You're now concentrating. Why is it?
Yeah, I was having issues as well. It doesn't seem to like proc.
Doesn't
For some
seem to
reason.
proc. That's odd. Let's see.
Go to the my scripts crashed on Tuesday, Verb. That's why the group thing wasn't working. Open up the scripts and resets them. If you resave
Okay.
them.
Would I have to close the map out
I
to
have
do that?
no idea.
We'll worry about it later. It's not a huge deal. We'll just try to keep track of that manually. But alright, you go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on yourself. This shimmering field of arcane energy wards you and protects you. Morish, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on it.
Okay.
Standard business. I'm gonna back up 5, 10, 15 feet, and then I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Sounds gravy. Go ahead and make your attacks. 22 hits. It does not have a shield to fuck over your damage. 13 misses.
So
Go ahead and roll damage for that first hit.
4, roll is 11, and then Hex damage on
Plus
top.
d6.
Ugh, 1.
1. Every bit counts.
That will be my turn.
That will be your turn. Okay. At the end of your turn, the Mind Stalker is going to use a legendary action. It is going to do an adamantine whirl, since there's a lot of creatures nearby. This attack targets every creature within 5 feet of the Mind Stalker, which is all of you. Well, Katu, Serpan, Zale, and Denek, all of which take 7 points of slashing damage. Katu reduced to 3, but the rest of you, as the Mind Stalker just immediately spins again and slices out at all of you in a spinning whirlwind. Denek is taken across the face, in addition to his chest now, and is knocked down, unconscious and bleeding out on the floor. This poor highwayman rogue. That is the end of that. Ish, yours. It is your turn.
Who's next on the menu?
Julian, and then Gord, the fighter that you all recruited.
The camel.
Julian?
The camel.
Julian the camel.
Camel. How could you forget the camel? Such a
Oh.
memorable character.
You monster! Fitch.
You absolute monster.
What about
Dave's
Vet?
pride and joy.
Is Vet not the magic wielder?
She is, but she already took her turn.
Wait, do you mean like next on the what it's gonna try to eat, or next on the initiative order?
I
Yeah.
thought you meant next on initiative.
Oh.
At the moment, it's just trying to get a meal, so once it has a free moment, it'll probably grab Talir, because Talir's already unconscious and paralyzed, and then run off.
Talir should be conscious because I healed him above
No, he's
0.
paralyzed. He's
Conscious,
paralyzed.
conscious but paralyzed. Yeah, that's
He's
right.
paralyzed.
Oh great, he's going to be conscious when he's eaten alive now. Awesome.
I've saved you. Oh wait.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Okay, I will get closer.
So he's paralyzed for 3 hours, D.
3 hours, yep.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Our next clear check's going to be really sad.
Oh, jeez.
I will cast Bless on Zale, Katu, and Serpon.
Okay. D4 on attacks and saves. Good shit.
Could swear I have a bonus action. Sorry, I asked who was going to get eaten next first. I will also cast that Sanctuary spell. That's actually a bonus action on Zale, because I imagine he's the biggest threat.
Unfortunately, you cannot cast 2 leveled spells using an action bonus action. If you cast a spell with your bonus action, your action has to be a cantrip, or vice versa.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck it then. I'll end my turn. Actually, no,
Okay.
I'll dash up.
Sure. Do you have how much movement do you have left?
Well, I've moved fully, but I'll dash for my bonus action.
I can't do that unless you're a rogue or a monk.
I
Who have the
can't.
mobile feet?
I can't move
It's a full
with, or
action.
X with a dash.
It's a full
Not
action.
only rogues get the ability to dash as a
Oh,
bonus
it's
action.
bonus
Otherwise,
action, shit,
otherwise
yes,
it's a
yes,
full
yes.
action. Yeah.
Sorry,
You
yes.
need either the mobile feet to dash as a bonus action, or
Yeah.
a rogue
Mobile
level-
doesn't. Mobile gives you 10 extra feet of movement, but it doesn't give
No,
you a
you
bonus
can-
action dash.
Hold
If
on.
you dash while with the mobile feet, it lets you ignore difficult terrain, but that's about all it gives you.
Are you sure? Hold on.
Then I'm done.
Okay. Alright. We come to Julian's turn. I'd say Julian is actually a little more battle hardened than the other horses, having been around with your party for a little bit. It's not as terrified. It moves a little bit, shies away, or he moves away, but does not flee. Brave little camel that he is. Come to Gord. Gord is going to run 30 feet and then dash another 30 feet. That is his turn. Rookie Jack. This is Rookie Jack's moment to shine, man. He's new to this job, new to this whole business, new to fighting in general. But the attack on the brand gave him his chance to prove himself, and Morris even recognized him, gave him gold for his courage, and he's boosted up a little bit of his confidence with that. And he's also used some of the gold to acquire some new tools. He reaches with a shaky hand inside the inside pocket of his leather coat and pulls out a flintlock pistol.
Let's go.
And he's going to take a shot at the Mindstalker.
Motherfucker, Jack.
He is not proficient in the use of this. That's a
Oh my
13. That
God.
misses. Rookie Jack, with 2 shaking hands, raises up the pistol, and the crack is thunderous in the somewhat enclosed space of this thick, dense forest canopy. And the shot rings out, and it strikes true, right between the eyes of the Mindstalker, and deflects off its metallic scales. He looks down at the gun in disbelief, looks at the slight graze left in the plates of its skin, and begins to curse himself out. That is the end of his turn. Coming back to the top, Serpon is going to make a renewed salvo attacks against the Mindstalker. 2 attacks and then another attack as his bonus action for 3 total, with the D4 in case he misses, which might actually come into play. Slash roll D4. 2 or higher, and that will hit. Nice. Okay, so all 3 attacks hit. So that's 9, 8, so total of 17,
Excuse me. Sorry.
24 points of damage total. Pretty sizable. The Mindstalker is decently tough and decently well armored, as you all have seen, but it is not this hulking, massive creature that can take hits forever and ever and ever. It's an ambush hunter primarily. And as Serpon finds his weak spots, guided by your blessing-ish, manages to carve into quite a bit of it and spray its blood across the floor. And it is beginning to look somewhat hurt. Serpon is not going to run away, though he could. That is the end of his turn. Kieran,
Okay, 2 short bow attacks.
2 short bow attacks. Fuck with it. Alright, 14 misses, unfortunately. 16 just hits.
That, and then also the Hunter's Mark.
Nice. total of 16 damage.
Nice.
16, quite a solid hit. Yeah, pretty decent there.
Oh, sneak attack as well.
Yep, that's already added in. 6 plus 4
Oh,
plus
is it?
5 plus
Okay,
1.
my bad.
No worries. Yep, if you can see it up there in the tracker there.
Ah, I
Um,
can. You're right.
Decent hit there. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I don't. That's it.
Okay, got it. Talir is paralyzed, unable to do anything. That is the end of his turn. Zamara is going to move up. What does she have? Should check off one of those first little spell slots there. Can cast Moonbeam. That's not a bad option here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. A 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Okay, so let's do a circle there. Let's do it blue for the moonbeam. Put it there, and then just move it over the Mindstalker. Alright, so that is that. A con save. Con save. Cool, let's do that. $13 actually connects. 2d10 radiant damage.
Nice.
Ooh, decent roll too. Well, not terrible anyway. 10 points of damage as this shimmering cylinder of moonlight comes down and burns the Mindstalker, beginning to harm it decently enough. End of her turn. Katsu is going to make 2 attacks with her Flaming Great Axe. 13 misses. 12 misses. The Great Axe bursts into flames as it strikes the outer scales of this thing, but deflects uselessly. Denik is unconscious and is making death saves. Let's roll a d20. Oh, that's a success. Good for you, Denik. Vet Sidear. Gonna move a little bit further down, now standing side by side with you, Morish. And is going to cast... Scorching Ray didn't work too well for her last time. She is gonna cast Mouth's Acid Arrow. Alright, so that's an attack roll. Come on. Oh, it's second level, yeah. Does that hit? 23 does hit. Okay, cool. Takes 10 points of acid damage and an additional 2d4 points of acid damage at at the end of its turn.
It's a nice spell.
2d4 damage at the end of its next turn. Cool. Alright, that's the end of her turn. The Draft Horse is fine where it's at. The Mindstalker now, coming back to its turn, refreshing its legendary action. It's a little bit surrounded. It is going to immediately use its legendary action to do a Stalker's Leap. Moves up to 20 feet in any direction without provoking attacks of opportunity. And that does not proc your Sentinel, Zale.
God damn it!
It would
What if it
be...
does?
You could hear him waiting to say it.
I was,
Yep.
I was 100% like, come on, let me fucking hit you.
Yep. It's the language is not provoking attacks of opportunity is different from taking the disengage action. Unfortunately, too fast even for you, Zale, as the Mindstalker immediately crouches on its legs and leaps over the group of you, the 5 of you, next to Talir. It's going to grab Talir, and it is immediately going to run 50 feet into the woods where the path is least resistance. Ish, Gord, and Zamara would all get attacks of opportunity against it as it begins to run.
Can I cast a spell instead of an attack?
Do you have Warcaster?
No.
Unfortunately not then.
Okay.
13 misses. Zamara would use her club. 14 misses. Do you want to take that attack?
Oh, yes, yes, I do. I'm just looking for it.
$22, that would hit. Go ahead and make your damage. Do your damage. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Not too bad. As you smash it in the side as it runs, but it has Talir now, paralyzed and helpless, squirming faintly. A few of you in the moments as you watch this thing leave, you meet his eyes, and they are wide and terrified. Mindstalker has moved 50 feet. could use its action to dash and be gone from here. What would it do? As a DM, as someone who likes Talir as a character I've made, and I've kind of developed a little bit, I'm a little attached to him. I almost want the Mindstalker to stop in place and make ranged attacks, but
I'm gonna
no.
tell you right now, I have him Hunter's marked. I can track him with advantage.
This is true. It's just gonna take its action and dash, vanishing into the woods until it is gone from sight.
Can I hold on? Sorry, 2 seconds. See the range on this thing. No, never mind. It's only got a range of 60 feet.
All right. Hang on. Let me roll a d6 real quick. See if its shield recharges. It does not. All right. We'll drop out of combat for the time being. What do you all want to do in the immediate wake of this?
Can I jump?
Sorry.
Strangle you.
Can I jump? Can I jump on a horse and ride after?
I was gonna say the same thing.
These are draft horses, not riding horses. They're.
What about
Let me
Julian?
see. They have a speed of 40 feet, which is slightly faster than walking, I suppose, but also a little harder to maneuver in the woods. The camel has a speed of 50 feet. Julian's fast. Fuck.
Could we hold Julian to give chase?
Oh,
You
hold on.
can.
So, what we can do right now is we can leave Dennick with Sir Pon,
Yeah.
Gord, and someone else, maybe Zamara, and then the rest of us and Vet can go after the mind thing, because I
Well-
can track it with advantage now.
I
Let's
have
go.
hold person. If we could get close enough to it.
It is not a person. You need hold monster to do it.
Humanoid. Was it not
It's not humanoid.
I
It is
don't
the
think that
farthest thing
counts.
from humanoid.
Has anyone got any healing, real quick?
Yes.
Can we do that and then leave, like immediately, like on the way, heal me, kind of thing?
High battery.
I got 12 HP,
Out of.
It's fine.
49.
Yeah, you're fine.
Did you buy 2 health potions?
Yeah, 10 HP, but like, okay. Yeah, I'll pop
Hold
my
on. Hold on.
Korea.
No. Is anyone else winded, or is it just Morris?
I'm only missing 7. I'm fine.
Sounds like an emergency. You should heal him, Coach.
Zale? Or sorry, not Zale. Katu or Kieran?
I'm fine.
What about Katu? Rip.
Katsu is missing 10 hit points. Morris is, of the group of you, Morris is the only one who's severely hurt. And Dennick, I suppose he's making death saves as we speak. Speaking of
Oh,
which.
he's fine, he's got-
I
he's got some
will cast Mass Healing Word on Danik, Katu, Zale, Morris. How many was that? Danik, Katu, Zale.
Sir Pon's also a little bit hurt.
Sir Pawn then.
Right, so Dennick,
Kieran?
Morris,
I'm fine.
Okay. Gorge?
Gord's fine. The only ones who are hurt are Morris, Katu, Sir Pon, Zale, and Dennick. Priorities being Dennick, Morris, and I guess Sir Pon.
Well, those 6 people.
Those 6 people. Okay, go ahead and roll your healing.
That's shit.
5. Well, it gets... It's something, I
Yes,
guess.
Danik.
It does. This is true. Okay.
I'm gonna use my second
So-
wind real quick.
Okay. And this thing's fast. It has 50 feet of movement
Yes!
speed. So anything you guys want to do, you have to do. Oh, nice roll. You have to do pretty much now.
Jump on Julian.
Yeah. Grab a horse.
Who's jumping on him exactly?
Two.
How many people can I hold?
Could
So
me and
Julian.
Ish.
I'd say Julian would be able to hold 2.
I'll get on with Ish.
Okay, Morris and Ish on Julian.
I'm just gonna run, so double move every turn.
Okay.
Double move, so dash.
and we'll dash
sorry.
on Julian as well if we can.
Okay, so Morris and Ish, you would be able to keep pace with it because this thing is also double dashing each turn.
Okay.
Zale, what's your movement speed is 30?
Yeah.
You would fall behind fairly quickly, even double dashing.
Oh, can you double dash? Or I thought if it was a double dash, it's run, and you need a
it's
clear
run.
unobstructed line.
That's what I use for just regular dashing, action and dash. Kieran, you would especially fall behind unless you have a way
Yep.
to keep up.
I do not.
And you
So-
want to give us space on Julian?
How far? No,
Could
well,
I
I'm
carry
slower
Kieran?
than-
Could we carry him?
Not without slowing Julian down at that point.
Okay. Would they not both count as small people because they're halflings?
Yes, we are
That's
we are both
actually a
small.
good point. That's actually a good point. Yeah, sure. I'd say
Alright,
the two
Kieran,
of you
get
can
on
hop
now.
All right. Okay. So the three of you take off.
How far away is it from us?
Not too far actually.
Is it more than
all
120 feet?
all three of you make perception checks right now.
I'm also gonna yell at the vet. You need to follow Zale.
Vet follows Zale. Okay.
Is it more than 120 feet?
I would say for now, yes, but I'd say dashing up with Julian, you have just a moment where you can both see it and it is within range.
Okay. Can I cast Guiding Bolt when it's in range?
Yeah, actually, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Can I
shoot it?
Wait, no,
when
I've
it's
got
in
an idea.
range?
Hang on, I've got an idea. Can I jump off the camel and get to Talir? Is that possible?
You're not close enough. I'd say it's like 100 feet away from you right
Okay,
now.
Fine, no worries.
But you're keeping pace. Go ahead and make your attack roll with Guiding Bolt, and Kieran, do the same.
Could
What's your range?
Hey,
Ooh.
Hang on, what's the
Wait.
range on your bow, Kieran?
On the bow, I have sharpshooter, so I can shoot at the.
Right, gotcha. So functionally infinite. Zale, what's up?
I was gonna say, if Kieran waits for Ish's guiding bolt, if guiding bolt hits, he'll get advantage on his shot.
This is true too.
And you'd know this because we've been adventuring with him.
Are you guys? Would you stop for that, Kieran, or would you shoot right away?
Could I?
I think in
Blast
character
him,
here.
No, I would probably shoot right away.
Makes sense. Okay,
The,
so
the visibility is limited.
exactly. So you've made your first attack, Kieran. Ish, go ahead and make your guiding bolt attack.
Can I aim for a leg and try and slow it down?
I would say you'll have a -5 to your attack roll, but yes.
Mm,
I will tell you its AC is 16.
mm.
Okay, so that's 10,
I'm feeling lucky. I
10
will
points damage,
aim for the leg.
14 total. You'll aim for the leg. Okay. 22, 17. That hits! That hits! Roll damage.
Oof.
16 points of radiant damage. Okay, so we're looking at a total of 10, 14, 30. It had 48 hit points left. It is reeling, and Ish, your strike hits it hard in the leg, right in its weird distended hindquarters, and it strikes it with such force, such burning force, that it stumbles and falls and spills Talir out of its hands for a moment, as it spills and tumbles across the ground, rolling, caterwauling, until it comes to a stop, skidding across the ashen earth, and then rears up with claws on the ground, stands up. It sees you riding on your war camel. The three of you now closing to within 60 feet, I would say. If there's anything you would like to do, Morris, you can feel free.
Shoot a couple of Eldritch Blasts at it.
Sure, feel free, my man.
Ugh,
13 misses.
no. Bad rolls.
10 misses. The blast just strikes off of its scales again, and as it sees you all coming, it's gonna take its turn now. It has a moment where it looks longingly at Talir, just about 20 feet away or so. Excuse me, about 20 feet away or so. And then it is pretty decently badly hurt. It's a ferocious creature, but it's not a pitched battle thing. It's an ambush hunter, like I said. So it's gonna turn and flee, leaving Talir on the ground.
Can I take my second shot at it?
Feel free. Yep. 12
Ah.
misses.
Ish,
Yep.
jump off and we'll keep going after it. Let's not have this thing come back after us.
Me jump off?
Yeah, he'll get to Lear.
Yeah, sure, okay. I'll jump off and heal to Lear and
He's healed.
Or-
He's just
He's healed,
paralyzed.
He's just paralyzed. Just keep
Oh,
an eye on
I'll
him and wait for
start
Zale. Like wait for Zale, call out. You know what I mean? Like get their attention.
yes.
Alright, so are you guys charging after it, or
Yes.
what's the plan here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure if Kieran's on board, like keep
Sure.
going. Yeah.
Okay. So are you doing this on Julian, or
On Julian. Yeah.
on Julian? Okay, that'd be how you'd keep pace with it. You guys have equal speed right now, so you're not actually going to gain any speed advantage. Who is piloting Julian, so to speak?
Kieran.
Probably me, I guess.
Probably you. Okay, make an animal handling check. Let's make an animal handling check and a perception check.
That
10.
one. And that one.
11.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna use the orb.
Okay,
me,
yep,
Help
okay.
me, oh holy
Uh,
one.
And this
Yay!
and 18 total. Is this your second time invoked? Let me scroll up. I remember you invoked it earlier.
Is it the same day I invoked
Well,
it
it's the next day,
on?
isn't it?
Did you use it for the perception check to see
That
this
was
thing?
that was
That
yesterday, weren't
was
it?
that yesterday or
There were-
today? I can't remember.
There were 2 perception checks, one yesterday and one today. Did you use it on the one yesterday or the one today?
I thought
Uh,
it was on the one yesterday because you said
Alright,
nothing happens tonight.
Let me.
Let's
Okay,
see.
I
let's
used
see.
it. I used it today.
You used it today. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That one.
4.
Oh no.
You suffer a level of exhaustion. um, and because this would be your second time using it, as you know, you roll on the random table. You rolled a 7
Yep.
again. So
Oh.
instead of adding that total to your roll, you take 7 points of psychic damage and lose that. So it's a total of 4. Unfortunately. Once again, you try tapping into the power of your orb, and once again, something within it recoils at your touch, and a spike of icy cold pain shoots through your hand, through your entire body. In fact, you are holding it with the hand, with the burned glyph on your palm, and the two forces there almost seem to conflict, as if at war within each other. The orb is offended at you for tainting the... It is your mind is the host of its power. It is its temple, and you have dirtied its temple with foreign magics. It does not like you right now. So you suffer that 7 points of psychic damage, and you are neither able to control Julian well enough to gain a speed advantage or to find a shortcut through the woods. In fact, I would say you lose ground through all this. It is now 80 feet away from you.
Can I shoot at it with Eldritch Blast?
Sure, go ahead, make 2 attacks. Kieran, it would have been your action to control Julian.
Yeah. No worries.
19 hits.
Yes.
26 hits. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage. It is going to use its psychokinetic shield and subtract 2d4 from both of those rolls. Ooh, nice. 2d4. Come on, you can do this.
Oh,
computer.
and Hex. It's still hexed.
How long does Hex last? Is it a minute?
8 hours.
8 hours!
Oh, an hour. Sorry, an
minute,
hour. An
Jesus.
hour. Sorry, an hour.
An hour, an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah.
Okay, roll your 2d6 then. So that's a total of 8 damage and then 4 damage for a total of 12. 14. 18. Let's see. How many hit points would it have? Shit, it'd be close, man. It'd be cutting it close. I'm gonna roll a d20 here. I don't remember the exact total, so let's leave it up to the dice. 10 or higher, and you got it.
Ugh.
Oh, buddy, it was almost an 18. But it is on the edge now. The blows strike it across the chest and is desperate and reeling and badly hurt. 80 feet away from you now in the woods. I'm gonna roll a d20 here, and we'll see if you'll even have sight on it in the first place as you wander through these twisting serpentine woods. You wanted a high number, so you do have sight on it for the next round. It is 80 feet away. Kieran, if you would like to control Julian to try to gain speed, or you can make attacks.
I'm just gonna take 2 shots at it.
Alright, go ahead.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
baby! Fuck yeah! Alright, cool. Standing on the top of Julian here, actually cradling its long neck with your thighs to gain more stability. You lean up over the head, leaning beside of it, and Julian looks over at you, leaning over, and licks your arm. And the blessing of the war camel guides your shot as your arrow flies true, piercing through the woods, weaving like a needle, like a thread through the eye of a needle, weaving through the woods, through branches, through thick foliage, finding the perfect path, finally, to spear this damn thing in the back of its fucking head. And the arrow drives in, this dragon bone arrow with a cold chill, ripping through, finding the soft meat of its brain, and it falls, tumbling, spilling across the ground, limbs over limbs, until finally it is still and dead.
Nice shot.
Perfect.
I go take a claw off of it or something as a memento.
I'm gonna recover my fucking arrows from that thing. I think I've got like 4 in there.
Sure. Yeah. Let me actually
I think I've lost like 2 or 3 though.
two.
if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
3. Let's see how many total. What the heck's you mean? Total 4, 5. I see 5 here. We'll go with 5.
'Cause There's
Go ahead
one
and-
back at the camps at the caravan site I can reclaim.
Yep.
That one's got a few in it, and I think I lost. I'm gonna say about 3 arrows from misses on the run
Alright,
or on the
Yep.
chase.
So go ahead and deduct those charges from the item, but you've gotten the rest back. Actually, if you want to roll if you want to take your whole time, like let's say the next 20 minutes to recover arrows, you can make a survival check and you might be able to get back all or most of them. Otherwise, 3 is fine. 18? Yeah, I'd say if you want to take your time, as Morish and Ish and whatever else happens to recover your arrows, you would get all of them back. It would just take you
Perfect,
some
yep.
time to move up and down.
Dunzo.
Morish, you approach the body of this creature. Ish, are you staying behind or are you coming up too?
I was waiting for Zale, so it depends where he is.
Okay, yeah. Zale, what are you doing right now?
D?
Fucking dead, I guess. I don't know.
I'm muted. Ignore me. I was running behind, but you said I can catch up, so I assume eventually I'd just come to Ish, and then I just probably be there waiting for the others to return with Ish.
Alright, got it. Okay. Morish, you approach the body of this creature,
I'm gonna
still
double
undead,
tap it.
covered in wounds. Sorry, what?
I'm gonna double tap it.
Alright, cool. Yeah, easy enough.
Just-
Taking your sword, flames licking up along the length of it momentarily, you strike down twice and carve through its head, and it is definitely dead as disco.
Good. And yeah, I'm gonna get some sort of memento off of it. Maybe a tooth or a claw or something like that.
Sure. Easy enough to do, I would say. You go ahead and hack off one of its claws, and the metal is razor sharp and shining. Go ahead and make a what would this be? Make a nature check for me if you like.
Nature.
Ooh,
Why not?
ooh, buddy. Can I help him?
10. You are busy collecting arrows right now,
Yeah,
but
no,
you
fair
can
enough.
come back to it after you're
I
done
could
with
show
that.
it to
10.
him.
Yeah, very very shiny metal. Looks very nice.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it in my backpack and
Yeah.
maybe give it
Uh,
a once
go-
over to see if there's anything of interest on it. I doubt it, being that it's just an ambush creature.
yeah, it's not carrying any loot or anything, and I'd say the 10 nature check holds. It just looks like a
Yeah, sure.
very weird and disgusting creature.
I'll head back to Ish and Zale.
Okay, got it.
Actually, seeing as I'm getting arrows out of the creature anyway, would I be able to inspect it while I'm doing that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a nature check as you're pulling your arrow out and looking this thing over. 26. All right. The odd thing is, there's nothing natural about the Mind Stalker. Let me go ahead and bring its corpse out, just because why not? Because I can. Nothing-
I can do this.
Nothing natural about this creature. This odd, horrific, scaled, purplish black monstrosity, twisted in its appearance like a tumor given life, with its haunted eyes. Your training as a ranger did not prepare you for anything of this nature, but as you look it over, and perhaps you're just going to recover your arrow, but as you stoop down over its strange face to pull the arrow out, you stop and look and feel some measure of interest, actually, as you look it over and survey its features. And it's no animal you've ever seen, but you do know animals and beasts to such a level of expertise that after a moment, it's becomes apparent to you that there are a number of very interesting qualities to this creature. Its scales, you think you might be able to make armor out of that. It's a very tough material, iridescent, and it seems to have some kind of glimmer to it, this faint radiation of energy in a faint field around it, even after the creature's death. Its claws, you see, are adamantium, this a very rare and powerful metal that is imbued with supernatural toughness and sharpness. Yeah, quite a few interesting applications here, although it would probably take you a while to skin this thing.
Could I guesstimate or make an educated guess on how long it might take?
With your 26 nature check, you estimate might take you. It's got a very tough hide for one. It'll take you. You're lucky you have that magic dagger, because mundane tools would not be able to touch this thing. Even so, 8 hours or more of labor.
Take a rest.
Well, how
Well, I
long is
mean-
Talir paralyzed for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
well,
hours.
Talir's paralyzed for 3 hours, and then also, what's his face? That guy.
Dennick.
Dennick is like
The rogue.
needing. He's
Yeah, he's-
probably gonna need to take a long rest
So
anyway.
should we like take a full 24-hour rest?
That's what I was considering as well.
Can we hunt or scavenge for supplies?
We have food.
Yeah, you could do that. If
Yeah,
you
but
so
it's just
wanted.
the-
Oh, sure.
make
No,
use
don't
of
mind,
the
don't mind
time.
me. I'm just talking to myself. Fine.
I mean, I'm happy to take
Yep.
the long rest.
Plenty
Yes,
all you
sir.
have to do in this time.
We've been traveling for 4 days to be like we're halfway to the ruins.
That's true.
It wouldn't go amiss,
Alright.
especially after that scrap.
Let's see, you all are right where Kieran is on the map right now. 1, 2, 3 days out from the
Oh,
From
we're
the
over
ruin.
halfway. Nice.
yeah. Yeah, if you all would like to go ahead and make your long rest, you can go ahead and fortify the region, start setting up your camps and your tents and organizing rotating watches and such.
Question: while we're doing the long rest, would me kind of de-skinning that creature negatively affect that for me?
No, no, it's a full 24 hours, but only 8 of that has to be actual sleep. As long as it's
Oh, okay.
relatively light activity, you can do whatever with the rest of it. In fact,
Okay,
it's a
sure.
perfect time to get in some downtime for whatever else you want to do,
Okay, perfect.
training
I'm gonna,
or what
I'm
have
gonna
you.
skin that thing head to toe.
All right, make a survival check for me.
All right.
12.
I'm gonna use the orb.
Okay.
Mhm.
Make another Constitution saving throw.
I'll do that first.
I also forgot. You would have disadvantage on your rolls because of that first level
Oh,
exhaustion.
then let me do that again.
Yep.
No, okay. The
So still a
14
12, but roll a
Oh,
d10.
stays.
Hopefully you don't get a 7. 4. Okay. Let me. So for a total of 16. Let me go ahead. If you can see it on yourself, otherwise I'll find it on my own end. I should really have the item up. What does a 4 do?
Yeah, hold on. I have it here somewhere. Not that one. Sorry.
I'll
We can see what he's got.
No, don't look at that.
Okay, 4. A wave of indoctrinating energy surges from you. All humanoids within a 30-foot radius must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for 8 hours. All creatures know that they were charmed by you.
Hold on.
That would
I'm
be
all the way-
everyone.
Wait, but I'm all the way at that monster, right? And that thing was
That's
8
true.
away.
You're not doing it at the camp itself. Would anyone be next to Kieran as he's doing this?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to convince D to be with me.
That's interesting because in 8 hours of everyone being charmed by Kieran would be pretty interesting to play out. But no, okay. So alone, Kieran, in the dense woods, just by yourself, just getting to work with your knife. You tap upon the orb to gain some insight into the strange nature of this creature, and it is clear at once that there is affinity here. There is an affinity here. These creatures are linked somehow. Perhaps they share some kind of shared origin, or perhaps they have some kind of kinship or brotherhood somehow. You're not really sure, but the orb grants you a familiarity with this thing that allows you to get to more efficient work. Unfortunately, your base roll was pretty low. With the orb brings you to a total of 16. I would say that is enough to harvest the adamantine claws, so you can add 9 claws to your inventory. Morish has 1. But the scale, you try and try to skin it, but in the end you make a butchery of the work, and it is too difficult for you. And the anatomy of this thing too strange. I would say you get about 2 hours in to the process of skinning it, and then realize there's no way. But you still have the claws.
Okay, that's fine. Better than nothing. Okay, cool. So that charm, it doesn't have an effect on anybody else because no one's around.
No one else. It is for a moment the orb just pulses, and then this
Wait,
burst of
what-
psychic energy washes out from you, and you look up, eyes darting, no one's there. Okay.
What about all the animals?
Let me roll a d20. You wanna if it's a high number, perhaps you caught an animal or something.
Pog.
No, you got nothing.
Damn.
You were alone out there.
Okay.
Might have a squirrel buddy or something. Yeah, but alas.
Cool. No worries.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do? And if your intention is still to go through with the long rest, you can. But Kieran, at sometime like 2.5 hours later, you would return to the camp. No hide in hand.
I'd like to scavenge for extra supplies or rations.
Sure, you can do that. Make a survival check for me. I'm gonna tell you the DC is very high. You're in the Savalirwood of places, a cursed and corrupted forest, but there might be something. 9. Yeah, more
9.
dice. 9.
9.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all you come. It's not so low that you might accidentally poison the party with poison berries and
mushrooms.
whatnot. You know just enough to know that you really shouldn't eat anything here, and you come away with nothing. Anyone else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think we go through the rest then.
All right. All right. Cool. We can go ahead and take a long rest. I will recover hit points for all the NPCs. You can go ahead and do the same for you all. Let's see. Vet gets her spell slots back. The animals are fine. Cool. Alright. Alright, and Talir is also cool.
Yay.
Now. Good. Good for
Yeah,
him.
He wasn't conscious as he was eaten alive, so
We saved him.
that's cool.
He wasn't eaten alive, which is even cooler. You know.
Thanks
Those
for
would have been
the
very
guiding
sad
bolt
Talir
from
checks.
Extremely sad. But
Roll
Nope.
for Talir with a -5.
no amount of nat 20s would bring Talir back from the dead, unfortunately.
As soon as we found some kind of wish spell, I wish Talir was alive.
Yeah.
Hey, big boss, you know how you gave me turbo elf cancer? Could you like double it and bring it back to Lear?
Alright. Let's go ahead and reorganize the battle formation in case it matters. Let's say Gord at this point would keep a rear guard. Denik is fine where he's at. Rookie Jack's fine where he's at. Serpon still bold and proud at the front. Katu. Katu would stay and protect some of the squishies on this side. Alright. Anything else anyone would like to do over the course of their long rest? Talir, by the way, is exceptionally grateful as he comes out of his paralysis. His mouth was stuck in a rictus of shock and horror for the entire 3 hours, open with a scream he could not utter. But as his bodily functions return to him and he's propped up by the campfire, he sits up and he looks first to Morish and then to Kieran and then to Julian, and he, wordless, he just wraps the two of you in a big hug, pulling you close. Thank you. Thank you.
I said it would be fine.
Almost. It very nearly wasn't, but I've never been more scared in my life.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll be fine.
You've never been more scared in your life yet.
So far. So far.
Okay,
His face
Homer,
just
calm
goes
down.
pale. Extremely pale. But he is alive, as are the rest of you. Alright. Let us return to the map. Okay, so let me track days real quick. Take just a moment. It was 5 days as you left, 4 to get here, 1 to rest, 10 in total.
It's been 5 now, I think.
Yes, it would be 5 with the travel, and then 5 since the game started, so 10 in total there. So that leaves. Okay, perfect. Okay. I assume you all are continuing on the way to the ruin.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna go home now.
Yeah. Done with this shit.
Yeah, I've had enough. Had enough. Kieran, go ahead and pick a square to move to, and then make a survival check for me. DC 15 still. That will go higher the deeper you go.
E-
29. I'd say with that, you can make up 2 squares of distance in one day.
Fuck yes.
So perhaps your brush with death has sobered you somewhat. Oh wait. Oh no, wait, never mind, you're fine. I thought for a second you had 2 levels of exhaustion, but you succeeded on the second con save. A long rest only removes 1 level exhaustion.
Hmm.
If you'd started with 2 and ended with 1, you would have disadvantage, but nope, you only had 1, then that 20 stays.
Yeah, so I had a level a couple days ago, or 2 or 3
And
days
then
ago, and then I had one now, which has now been gone with a long rest.
Exactly, so
Yeah.
you are fine and dandy, my friend, and making excellent time. Perhaps your brush with death has sobered you. Perhaps you have attuned even more finely with the orb, which is at home here in the woods, in this twisted, corrupted wood. And you find paths through the wilderness that are quick and easy, almost as comfortable as actual trails, the ones you used to hike back in Blumenthal. It is, in fact, uncanny how at home you begin to feel out here, almost as if you belong to this place. But you make quick time, venturing through the woods. The mountains are high above you all, fairly close enough to loom and tower over you. Sometimes, in certain stretches, you are under their shadow and no sunlight reaches you, but sunlight's sparse enough out here as it is. The mountains are high, they are snowy, snow-capped, and sheer. Very desolate rocks, no trees to speak of really, just bare granite and basalt rising up and up and up into the sky. But you make good time. Alright, so at this point I'm gonna use tally marks, because it makes more, it's fine. Okay, go ahead and make another survival check as you close the last bit of distance toward the ruin. 21 on the dot. No trouble. As you make your way in. And the map, the location marked to you by Lord Trevane is not exact. He didn't exactly like beam an eldritch knowledge into your brain and let you know exactly where it is. So it takes a bit of searching, but 21 survival is pretty damn high. And eventually you spot it, sort of pushed up against the side of the mountain. It's back to the to a sheer cliff rising high. This stone fortress with very ancient old walls, old brick walls, and it's just on the distance now, perhaps a mile away or so. Still some walking to get to it, but it is a tall building, or perhaps it once was. One tower still stands high, perhaps 4 stories, all in all. Very high watchtower that lords over the woods. You imagine you'd have quite a vantage point from up there. Able to see decent distance into the woods, perhaps to guide a better path if you were to get to top of it. But much of it is also collapsed in on itself, this ancient ruin now sundered and lost. And make a perception check for me, Kieran. 12.
I'm gonna use the orb.
Okay, alright. For a total of 17. Alright, it's your first time today, so no adverse effects. I'd say, yeah, with a 17, it's enough to see that in amongst the collapsed stonework, greenery, vines, trees and ivy shooting up the stone and the walls, forming almost like a tapestry, like a row and row of tapestries, and carpet snaking up over the collapsed stones. It is unnaturally green, extremely verdant, and which is odd because most of the trees around you are just a horrific or a burnt out gray ashy color. Very few of them actually alive, and yet somehow clinging to existence. Undead trees, are there such a thing? These look like they can fit the bill. But no, not at the ruin. At the ruin it seems overgrown. If there's anything you all would like to do, and if not, press forward in the last of the distance and make your way there.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Don't mind these.
Oh boy.
10, 1, 10. Are you all being stealthy or are you approaching in the open?
I'd say we're fairly open, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be cautious, but not stealthy.
Yeah,
I don't think
you
we
have
can
a.
hide I don't think we can hide a caravan this big in the open like that.
Nah, not really. You could send up a scouting party that could probably do the bill, but otherwise the main group is out and about. Okay. Kieran, actually, all of you, I would like to make a perception check. 20's pretty good. Alright. Oh, right, Katsu as well. With her -1.
Jesus.
Alright, dirty one.
Nice.
Saw a butterfly.
It's not a, it's not a 0. Okay. Yeah. Kieran.
Yeah.
Throughout this time, as you have been wandering, or not wandering, but marching, wayfaring through these woods, you have gotten this feeling repeatedly, like, it's something about the trees. They unnerve you somehow. That feeling that, like, you look over your shoulder, you don't see that one is actually reaching for you, keeps coming back and back and back, and it makes no sense to you. They're just trees, right? But you're keeping a firm eye as you approach, a clear and steady eye over everything, watching everything like a hawk, attuned to the woods and the wilderness. You know danger, you know risk, and you know, well, much of the hazards that places like these hold. Even corrupted forests are still forests. Speaking of which, would that favored terrain feature come into play with any of what we've been doing?
So I don't actually have that because I swapped it out for a alternative feature.
Ah. Okay.
So so if I had that, like, I could not be surprised at all in my favorite terrain, but I don't have it, so that creature was able to jump on us.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so we're not doing anything against rules so far.
No.
Cool. Okay. Keeping an eye out, Kieran, especially as you approach the ruins now, which are coming up close now, very close. Perhaps you're just quick enough. Looking over your shoulder, one tree in particular catches your attention. This hulking, burnt-out oak. You look at it with eminent suspicion, and then you look away as, from out of the bushes, this tangled thing, this humanoid shape of vines and thorns shambles out toward you and the party, all of you, and then suddenly there are many of them pushing out of the woods, taking shape, some of them animating out of the ground, vines shooting out, wrapping around each other, and forming the shape of a creature. I need all of you to roll initiative.
You son of a bitch.
You gonna? Okay, there you go.
And I will once again draw out the map. Let me expand this for you because it's quite a little bit bigger. 35. Oh, shit, sorry. I keep telling you to roll initiative, but I keep forgetting to clear the turn tracker.
Oh,
That's
you
just-
rolled a fucking 21.
Nope, that's okay. Roll again and I'll replace it with a 21. Moorish,
7.
21. Yep, your first roll was 7. Kieran looks good. Zale would be a 14.
Yeah.
Okay, roll for Katu and roll for everyone else as well. Let me change the music over. Sure, why not?
God, I have not
Hangman's
been
a pretty
rolling
good
well
check, but-
tonight.
Oof, yeah, no kidding. Okay, Vet, Denick, Rookie, Jack, Gord, Talir, Zamara, Julian, and Sir Pawn. Group initiative. If it wants to go. Doesn't want to go.
Don't forget Vetty. Or Vet. whatever.
Did I select her? I think I did. I can't tell. Hang on, my script might have crashed, as it does.
Oh.
That's okay. I'll just roll that. All right. This will take me a second. Bear with me. Okay, Talir, Serpon, and Samara, and then the animals. Yeah, fuck the animals. Who cares? Okay.
There
Don't
he
fuck
is.
the animals. That's illegal. Okay. Alright, I still got to add the enemies in, and I have to draw the map. Yeah, this is gonna take me a little bit.
I believe in you.
You shouldn't, but
At
I
least,
appreciate
at least
it.
one of us does.
Okay. Let's say this is the stone tower right here. Quite a large building. Like that. Yeah, that seems roughly even. Sure. That should actually be on the other layer. Map layer. Draw shape. Okay. Then there is a decent amount of wall here. Some of it fairly collapsed, some of it fairly intact. Yep, just like that. That would shoot up there. And then freehand. Okay. A bunch of greenery. Okay. Should have done all this in advance, but oh well. Life is life.
No, I quite like watching the maps come to life in real time.
Seeing the magic happen.
Yeah, it's like Disney, mate.
With a lot more people dying and monstrous creatures
Yeah,
and such, yeah,
that's the one.
certainly. Alright, cool. Cool. Okay, let's put the monsters in.
Oh god.
Everyone's favorite part.
Or we could not.
Yeah, we could just go into the castle and have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
You could. Hang on, Roll20's being a bitch. I think it has crashed on
Oh
me.
yeah, no monsters. Oh no.
I told you, I jinxed it. Control Alt Delete, Task Manager. Sometimes when you put up Task Manager, it like scares the app into functioning. Like it recognizes consequences are gonna happen. Not this time, so I gotta close my map out, but I'll be back.
He was never back.
He
He
left
never
us.
came back again.
He left us.
Alone in the dark.
That's a nice Jurassic Park reference.
Okay. Alright, cool. Lighted great tree. Oh, the music stopped. Gotta bring that back.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord.
Who has
that-
fire?
who has
Blighted
fire?
great tree numbered.
Yeah, that's supposed to say Blighted Great Tree 1, but I think all my scripts have crashed for some reason. That's okay. Blighted Great Tree 1, I can change that over manually. They would be coming out of one area. Yep, none of the... Why do you not want to work? Whatever, who gives a fuck? Not me. Not me!
My D&D experience is being ruined.
It should be. Okay. They were all hiding in the foliage. Kieran, you're able to warn them in time to prevent them from getting a surprise attack, but not enough of you succeeded to like change your positioning or anything. You are all in the state that you're in when these things come upon you. Mostly from one side, but a few on another. That one is not working at all. Okay, hang on. Go back to... There's a reason I did all this. Poison Blight, edit, and select a token. Cool. Okay. See, that one wants to work, but not the others. One over here. Alright, and that should do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna change the names. Yeah, I will, actually. I will, who gives a fuck? I might as well, it's a good organization tool. Thornblight 1. Cool. Thorn Blight too. You're probably not gonna die. I believe in you.
Probably won't die.
Probably. You'll probably be fine. Make the blight 1. Blight 2. 3. And last but not least, the Blighted Grey Tree. Alright, cool. Now roll initiative for each of them. And then we're good to go. I'm gonna roll for you, I'm gonna roll again. Okay. Turn tracker is up, set by descending. Cool. At the top of the round, the first creature to appear, or the first creature to act, shambling out of the woods, an afflicted man, a human actually, coming out. It moves through difficult terrain from foliage as if it were regular, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, just 25 actually, it doesn't have a full range. Kieran, you're the first to see it. A human, alive, skin pale, mouth stuck open in a horrified scream, shot through with vines running up and down through his skin and flesh, intertwining among his limbs, blood, stagnant blood spilling out from where the vines enter the flesh. His screams are wide, his eyes are full of agony and pain. It is clear that this is a man still living, afflicted as he is. He is going to bring up his... He brings up his hand, and vines shoot out from his forearms and grow in his arms into the shape of a bow, and he's going to take 2 shots at you. That's an 11 and a 6.
They both miss.
Both miss. One of the poison blights is missing. Oh, good shout.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Next to Moorish.
Let's add him in. Thank you, sir.
No worries.
Cool. Yeah, both missing. As the arrows fly wide, the arrows themselves are just lengths of reed and like wood, sharpened twigs and stakes, basically shooting out without shape. That is the end of its turn. It's yours. You may go.
Can I... A Sacred Flame actually fire, or it's radiant damage? Or it's
Radiant
blood
damage, so different from fire.
I will... They're not undead either, are they?
Make a nature check?
This is going to be an action.
No, it's just a quick ascertaining. 15. No, they're not undead. In fact, you know a little bit. Blights are humanoid monstrosities that are animated by corrupting magics. So they likely come from the tree, from the forest itself. Plants given life by the twisted magic of the Savalirwood.
Okay, I will cast Bless on... Sorry, just let me check the range of Bless.
30 feet?
I'm hoping it's bigger. Oh, it is 30 feet. I'll need to move back towards the center of the caravan. Trying to see where Zeal would be. I'm going to cast Bless on Zeal, Katu, and Moorish.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And that's my action.
Verb?
Oh, sorry, I had my mic down. Anything else for your turn, Ish?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Thornblight 1 takes its turn now, moves toward the nearest target, which is Serpon. And it's going to make 2 Thorn Whip attacks against him. Okay, I am sorry, Serpon. That is a crit. Okay,
Oh.
so let's see. That's 13, 17 plus 1d10 plus 1d4. Slash roll 17 plus 1d10 plus 1d4 is a total of 28 points of damage. As the Thornblight comes springing out of the woods, invisible, utterly invisible while it is motionless, and in fact, this attack would have advantage on Serpon, this first one, but it doesn't matter because it's already a crit. As it strikes him full across the chest, and thorns are embedded in his flesh. The second attack also hits as he takes another 15 points of damage, and that's enough to knock him unconscious. Straight away. Oh, this poor goblin boy. As those 2 thorns of its arms ring out and slash him in an X pattern across the chest, and he goes down, bloodied and unconscious. Serpon comes to his turn. He must make a death save. Slash roll 1d20. 18. Good for you, Serpon. Good for you. Gord is near the back of the party. He will go for the closest target, which is this poison blight up here. Fragile thing that it is. And he's going to make 2 glaive attacks at it. 24 and 9. The 9 misses, but the 24 hits, takes 12 points of slashing damage. He has to hit both. If he hits both attacks, he can make a headbutt, but he did not hit the second attack, so he cannot make his headbutt. That is the end of his turn. Poison Blight 2. What's its speed? 30 feet. Okay. So that was 10, 15, 20. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to use Poison Spray. 15-foot cone. If it moves up to here, it could catch both Dennick and Rookie Jack.
He really is playing with himself tonight.
I am. Alright, okay, so that's a 15-foot cone, DC 15. Let's see, does the group saving throw work? Yeah, it does. Nice. Save on half. Never mind, it does not work. Okay. I don't know why I try. Constitution for Jack.
Oh.
That's a nat 1. That's not too great, buddy. 15 for Dennick. Dennick succeeds. So Dennick only takes 6 points of piercing damage, poison damage. Rookie Jack takes the full 12 and is poisoned. As the Poison Blight unleashes or bursts open a pustule on its body. This bright green sack full of noxious fluid spills out and covers the both of them in a cloud. The rookie goes down coughing, falling to his knees. That's the end of its turn. Dennick moves up. Dennick is going to... Can't get sneak attack on that guy. Yeah, he's gonna do it anyway. Just run up and stab him. Just a basic dagger attack, but what can you do? 25, 6 points of piercing damage. Sure. Every bit helps. Bonus action, disengage, and fall back and take cover behind Katu. Alright, Kieran, it is your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
Ooh, boy, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark Blighted
Oh.
Man number 1.
Oh, to that point, because the
Oh,
Blighted
yeah?
Man has not successfully damaged you, and you started your turn within 30 feet, and you make a Wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20. Okay, yep. So it wouldn't have been a major. It's, basically, if you had not succeeded, you would have been so horrified by the agonized face of this thing and would have been unable to attack it due to your feeling sympathetic or
Oh, okay.
perhaps feeling bad for it. But nope, you succeed just fine, so you can attack it if you so please.
Cool. Yep, 2 attacks.
Hunter's Mark. Cool. 12 does not hit. 28 does, certainly. That's 9 points of damage total. No sneak attack on this. Solid hit. 10 total. Alright, cool. Decent hit, striking in the flesh, blood spewing from around the vines, and then the vines, seeing the blood, grow in around it as if absorbing the vital essence and cover the wound and grow around the arrow. Anything else for your turn, my friend?
That is my turn.
Alright, next up is a Tangle Blight here. With a speed of 20 feet. They're fucking slow. 20 feet. It's gonna dash to get in your face, Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
That is the end of its turn. Zale.
I am going to... 1 second. I'm just gonna move up to this Poison Blight with Gourd.
Okay.
And I will take 2... I'll take 2 Great Weapon Master attacks.
Okay.
So on this first one... Oh, fuck that. No, never mind.
Miss. 19 for a total of 14 does hit.
Okay, so that is going to be...
Oof.
26 damage.
Yeah, easy enough. You slash in and carve it apart. It is going to make, on its death, it is going to make a dexterity check, DC 10. Does not succeed. It would have detonated its chemicals if it had met its 10. It would have blown up in your face, but it does not. As you split it apart, and noxious green fluid sprays everywhere. Dance back just a little bit to prevent it from burning or melting at your skin. Alright. Anything else for your turn, Zale?
That will be my turn.
Okay. Perfect. Coming up here is the Thorn Blight. I'm sorry, Rookie Jack, but it's going for you. You're the only one in range. 1 Thorn Whip attack. 13 hits, just hits. Okay, as you take 9 points of piercing damage from the first strike, and the second one comes in. 13 again. As the rookie, before he has even a chance to draw his fancy shiny new gun, is felled by 2 strikes, taken across the chest and the stomach, blood spilling from him, going down with a scream. Help me!
Did he get ripped off or something? That jacket was useless.
Just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit. It's not even studded leather, it's just regular leather.
It's just like a leather jacket.
Yeah, if it had been studded leather, it actually would have been enough, but unfortunately not. That is the end of that Thorn Blight's turn. Poison Blight 1 comes up. It is dead and removed from the initiative, which is a shame. I would have really enjoyed playing with him. Blighted Man 1 has been Hunter's marked. Let's see, what is your speed? 25. Not the fastest in the world. Blighted Man 1 is going to... Wait, what? Oh, they're both Blighted Man 1. Okay, hang on.
Hey, never mind.
Hang on, let's change this guy to 2, I guess. Well, no, we'll change this guy to 2. Actually, it doesn't matter. You can be Blighted Man 2. Sure. And that means you can move this turn, I guess. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It would go for the easiest target. Kieran is behind shrubbery and thus harder to hit. Katu is the biggest, so Katu is the one who takes the shots. 2 Greenwood bow attacks before Katu's had a chance to... 17 hits, 8 points of piercing damage. Katu has not gotten a chance to rage yet. But that is the end of its turn. Tangle Blight 1 is going to move in. Has to dash to get in range, but that's okay for it. And that's the end of its turn. Now Katu comes up with her Flaming Great Axe. Alright, fuck this thing up, girl. I know you can. Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yep.
Oh dear.
Okay. Alright. So, damage on that is 1d12 plus 4 plus 2d6. So that's 12, 24, 28 plus 1d12 plus 2d... Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll. Especially because these things are vulnerable to fire damage. That's easily like fucking 60 damage or more. One easy swing with her axe, bursting into flames, and the thing becomes incandescent, a bonfire immediately as the axe touches it, and it begins to burn and die. She's gonna move up 15 feet and make her next attack against the Tangle Blight. Here. It's a shame you're not here to do this yourself, Dame.
God damn.
Yeah, okay.
Where is it? I thought I'd be here, man.
Yeah, I guess not. For a total of 15 damage. The Tangle Blight has 18 hit points, but it's vulnerable to fire, so that's a total of 14, 22. Yeah, that one's dead too.
Let's go. Extra
15
attack.
feet. Yeah, exactly. Last 15 feet of movement, gonna make an attack against the Blighted Man.
This is the best Dave's character's done at all.
And Dave's not even playing her. Alright. 15, 18 points total. Oh, and I forgot she would be raging, so there'd be more damage too. So a total of 20 points of damage. Is the Blighted Man vulnerable to fire? He is not. I guess because he's an actual man. Okay, yeah, but a very solid hit, carving the thing down in the shoulder and the clavicle, splitting down, breaking 2 ribs in the process. The blade pulls back, and the vines grow in like sutures and pull the body forcibly together as the man screams and screams. Samara comes up. And is anyone hurt? Rookie Jack is on the ground and unconscious, so that's going to be a priority for the time being. Okay, let's use her bonus action to Balm of Healing, 3d6 for him. Jack gains 7 hit points. Good for you, Jack. Okay, and then as an action, she will cast... fuck, what would she cast? Spellcasters, man, spellcasters. You know what, she'll just cast, she'll just... fuck, she'll cast Witch Bolt at, Blighted Man 2. (22), 4 points of lightning damage. Cool, nice. Alright, that is the end of Zamara's turn. Talir, NPC after NPC after NPC, yep. Talir is going to get in range. What does he have? Oh, yeah, okay. Talir is going to point to you, Zale, holding out his hand as he takes a bit of licorice root and crushes it in his fingers and draws it up the length of his arm, pointing at you, and he casts haste on you. He is
Lovely.
concentrating on that, which I cannot do, but that's okay. And that's the end of Talir's turn. Moorish.
Okay, I'm gonna run up next to this Thornblight 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at Jack and be like, do you trust me?
Yeah, I trust you, boss.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to him.
Uh-huh, he takes it.
And then I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
Fuck yeah, okay. What's the range on Thunderstep?
90 feet, so it's a 10-foot radius, and I can take
damage.
and I can take 1 willing creature with me. So
Oh, hell yeah.
it'll catch the Poison Blight and the Thorn Blight at the same time, and it's 3d10 damage.
3d10.
13.
Fuck yeah, 13.
It's a con save of 15.
Okay, does group saving throw want to work this time?
Half
15,
damage
13.
on a...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
half
does
on a
not wanna work.
failed.
That's okay. Let's make con saves for him. They're not very good at that. 10. That's a failure on 1. Poison Blight is
Ooh.
natural 20. Okay, so that one only takes 6 points of damage, but
And I'm
still
gonna move
decent.
to just behind Julian so there.
Okay,
With
got it.
with Jack in hand, obviously.
With Jack in hand.
Yeah.
As immediately taking these 2 strikes, getting knocked to the ground unconscious, Morris, you slide in next to him, grab his hand as he looks up, and then with a big loud burst of thunder, the energy rushes out from you and blasts back those 2 creatures. And Rookie Jack, still on the ground, still knocked prone, still poisoned and coughing, is now surrounded by allies, and his face is indescribably grateful.
Cool.
Alright, anything else for your turn?
Is there anything with a bonus? Yeah, I'm gonna put my Hexblade's Curse on the Blighted Great Tree.
2 or 1?
1.
1. Alright, perfect. And that is not a spell, so you can certainly do that.
Yes.
Alright.
And
That is...
oh wait, hang on. Oh no, it's got to be within 30 feet of me.
Okay, gotcha.
Never mind.
No worries. Is the No, that one's 50 feet.
Is the Thornblight within 30 feet of me? Yeah, okay, I'll stick, because I can move it as a bonus action against the...
After
no,
it's dead, right?
After the bonus, I can choose one creature. Or until the target dies. Okay, no, it's only on one target. It's Hex, I can move with a bonus action. No, I'll save it for now. Sorry.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Cool. Alright. End of your turn?
Yes.
Perfect. Thornblight is going to move up 30 feet, dash, get in Denek's face, end of its turn. Tangle Blight is going to do much the same. 20 feet, dash, get in Vet's, also her face, end of her turn. Lastly, we come to the Blighted Great Tree. What target would it pick? What's its movement speed? Let's see, it's a fucking tree. It should be pretty slow. It's 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. It has a reach of 10 feet on its sweeping slam. Zale, you are just in range.
Yay!
It's going to breach up one massive hulking limb and slam it down with crushing force.
Parlay.
It's a lot of dice. That's a 20 to hit.
Oh no, I don't
Your
like
AC is momentarily 19 because of the haste, but that's just not enough, as you take 25 points of bludgeoning damage as this massive limb reaches down and crushes you, and you bring up your sword to defend against it, and you are pressed into the earth, bracing with both hands on the blade, knees bending, the ground depressing beneath you. Your entire body hurts right now, but you're still alive.
that.
Alright. Alright, Vetsidere. Oh, if Denek wasn't in the way, she could cast Fireball and do some mighty big harm. Does she give a fuck about Denek? No, she doesn't. Okay,
Oh,
she's
my.
gonna cast Fireball. And catch Tangle Blight 2, Thorn Blight 2, Poison Blight, Denek. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Let's draw out the circle. 20-foot radius. So 20-foot radius is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So it's like that wide, and like, yeah, that's 25 feet. Yep, she can do that. Yeah, she can do that.
She just did that.
Yep. Okay. We'll start by rolling the 8d6. 24 points of damage. Pretty good. We'll have Denek make his saving throw. He is actually a 7th level rogue, so he does have evasion. If he succeeds on this, he will take no damage. He did succeed.
Let's
Good
go,
for you.
Denek.
What an absolute chat.
Yeah.
He glanced, surrounded by these blights, monstrous and all around him. He looks and sees Vets raise her arm, and he just has a moment to react as he immediately ducks and dives to the ground at a roll as the flames explode in a radial circle, washing over him, his hands over his head, covering his fancy new hat as the flames fly up. Alright, let's make some dex saves. Okay. What's the DC on that? I think it's... that's not gonna do it. Okay, Thorn Blight... he is pretty decent. No, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Back to the Thorn Blight other one. If it succeeds, no, yeah, they all die. They all take 48 points of fire damage as the fireball washes out over them, sets them on fire, and they are blazed to ash and cinder.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. And that's it for her turn.
God damn.
Alright, Rookie Jack, alive now. Thanks to you. Looks up at the fire that just washed out that would have caught him and killed him for sure. And his hand is still holding yours, and he pulls himself up and he just clasps his other hand around yours and says, "Thank you, thank you."
Anytime.
As he pulls out his gun with the other hand, and he's going to attempt to make another shot. let's say at the blighted great tree. Actually, no. He wouldn't do that. He would pull out a firebomb instead. That makes much more sense. And he's just gonna... He's worked on his recipe a little bit. He pot some alchemist fire and incorporated it into the bottle, so he no longer needs to spend a whole action just lighting it up. As he pulls it out of his jacket pocket and hurls it at the blighted great tree. The tree gets to make a dexterity saving throw with its literally 3 dex. That's a 0. Yeah, that's not gonna do it, buddy. Alright, 3d6 fire damage.
Let's go, Jack.
My
Alright.
baby boy.
Okay, 5 points of fire damage, doubled to 10 because of vulnerability, and the tree is on fire. Alright, cool. That is the end of his turn. Blighted Great Tree 1 moves up now. A lumbering, slow creature. 20 feet. But it is, in fact, able to get close enough to smash Denick with its sweeping slam. So that is what it's going to do. That's a lot of damage. Denick is going to use Uncanny Dodge as a reaction and only take 14. Holy fuck, dude. Alright, as the tree comes down and just barely manages to twist, but it still strikes him in the shoulder, and he gives a scream of pain as the arm is wrenched and possibly dislocated. That is the end of the Great Tree's turn. Blighted Man, coming back to the top of the initiative. Okay. He's going to use Blighting Touch on Katu. That's a natural 20. That's 16, 19 plus 2d8. Nope, not 28, 2d8. 19 plus 2d8. 31 points of damage, reduced to 15 because of rage. That's a lot of damage, dude. Katu needs to make a Constitution save now. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is not a good time. Yeah. Nah, no, Katu is now cursed with blight.
Want to explain what that is?
Yes, as the blighted man reaches out its hand and lays it on Katu's chest, and talons of sharp wood dig into her chest, her skin and muscle, cutting in, and vines shoot into her flesh and take root under her skin and begin to grow.
Oh, that sounds suboptimal.
David's
Yeah.
gonna lose his character. He's not even fucking here.
It's not like a instant death or anything, but it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. All right, that is it for that turn. Ish, it is your go.
Neither of the great trees has been hit yet, have they?
Number 2 has.
Blighted Great Tree 2 has been burned by Rookie Jack.
How bad is it?
It is decently tough still. It only took 10 hit points worth of damage, and it is a fucking tree.
Okay, I will cast level 3 guiding bolt on it.
Okay, fuck yeah. Make your attack.
Sorry, I should have rolled, or that's both.
14 hits. Yep. 17 points of radiant damage. As you thrust your weapon forward, and a blazing light shoots forward and spears it through the chest. And the next attack against it has advantage. Just mark it with that, I guess. Alright. Anything else for your turn, Ish?
No, that was just a fucking rubbish damage.
Yeah, not the best, huh?
No, nothing else for me.
Okay, got it. Thornblight 1. Serpon is still unconscious on the ground and bleeding out, but that's okay. Thornblight, it would go for the easiest target. The closest is, oddly enough, it's Julian. Would it recognize? Yeah, it would go for the threats first. It's intelligent enough to do that. Rookie Jack is right there.
Dave's gonna be pissed if you kill his fucking.
Kill him and his
Blighted's
camel.
character.
Fuck
Okay,
his character. His camel's the important one.
Oh wow, first one misses. Gonna strike with a second.
He's gonna be really pissed. if we
Also
kill both.
misses. Yeah, yeah, he would. But fuck him. He's not here to defend himself, this slut. The Thornblight strikes out with 2 Thorn Whips, and Rookie Jack, emboldened by his throwing of the firebomb and by your timely rescue, Morris, managed to duck and dodge the other 2 attacks. A grin starting to stretch across his face as his eyes widen with adrenaline. It's the end of his turn. Sir Pawn must make another death saving throw. 1d20. That's a success. That's 2 successes so far. Good for him. Gord, rushing in to face the Great Tree. 2 glaive attacks. 13 hits, 22 hits, 20 points of damage total. Doesn't this thing have resistance? It does not have resistance. I thought it would because it's a fucking tree, but no, it doesn't. Minus 20. And then he's gonna headbutt the tree because he hit both attacks. 5 points of bludgeoning damage. As this tough, hulking orc man strikes in twice with the glaive, splinters of wood flying, and then, without really thinking about it, rears his head back and slams it into the depression he just chopped in with the glaive, and the tree shifts a little bit as it takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And Gord pulls back, rubbing splinters out of his forehead. Alright. Poison Blight 2 is dead. Denick is alive and reeling, pretty badly hurt. He's going to bonus action disengage to get away from the Great Tree. Oh boy. He kind of has an aversion to being in clustered groups. He kind of recognizes the danger of that. He's going to move up and attack the Blighted Man with Katu. Stabbing it from behind. 17 hits. He gets sneak attack on that. Oops, wrong button. For a total of 22 damage, and that'll do it. As he sweeps in from behind and slices the Blighted Man's throat wide open, the blood spraying. The vines shoot up and begin to grow. Let's see. Final possession. The first time the Blighted Man drops to 0 hit points, it makes a Constitution saving throw with a DC equal to 5 plus the damage taken. So that's a DC 27 Constitution saving throw. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, no. Almost, but no. If it had succeeded, it would have become another enemy. But the vines fail to take hold and take root and fully possess the body, and the body drops dead. Kieran, it is your turn.
Yep. 2 more shots directed at Blind Man number 1.
Go ahead. 15 hits. 16 hits. Good shit. Oh, wow. Okay, so 16 damage on the first hit and 10 damage on the second. 26. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. It took both shots, but yeah. You loose both arrows and take it in the chest, and it fucking dies. What can I say? Go ahead and roll another Hunter's Mark damage because it might make a difference for that second shot, which is 10. 16. So he needs to make a DC 21 Constitution saving throw to reanimate.
Motherfucker!
And he does! Okay,
Jesus
cool, good
Christ.
for you. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. As the Blighted Man beneath dies, and the vines take root and grow and multiply and expand, and become another Tangle Blight. Not a huge deal, though, I think. Okay. Back to descending. Anything else for your turn, Kieran?
No.
Got it. It's the end of that go. Denick already went. Thornblight 1 is dead. Zale, you are hasted.
Right, I'm just gonna get in this thing's face, and it's a tree. Is it gonna have IC? I'm still blessed as well, aren't I?
You are.
Okay. First attack's gonna be a Great Weapon Master 1.
Go ahead.
Never
9.
mind.
Oh, buddy. And as a reminder, because of haste, you get an additional attack, so 3 total.
Alright, again.
22,
Cool.
17 in total, definitely hits.
Cool, so...
15, 25 total.
25 damage. And
Alright.
then last one will be a Great Weapon Master attack as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, 26 definitely hits. I was about to say you probably could have eroded the bless on the first one, but no, it's a 4 total. That would not do it. 26, 21 total, definitely hits. Roll damage. 13, 23 in total. The tree, hacking at its legs and its limbs, you splinter one of its odd, weird tree legs, and it falls down to a knee in front of you. It is looking decently badly hurt. Not quite on death's door, but for a tree, it looks pretty rough.
And as I hit it, I'm going to use a second level Divine Smite,
Fuck yeah.
which is it 3d8?
Yes, it should be.
So 3d8. 13
Nice.
damage.
Decent enough. As the sword glows with a bright radiant energy and the extra force and heat sears into the tree.
And that's my turn.
Alright, perfect. End of your go. Tangle Blight 3 is alive and just gets its turn, as it's going to move in. And it only has 20 feet of movement speed, so it's going to attack Katu, so it's the only one it can reach. Wrapping Vines. 20 actually hits. Katu takes 3 points of damage and must make a strength saving throw. Just roll it there, I guess that's fine. 16, yeah, no dice. It's strength on a barbarian. What do you expect? Alright. Immediately whirling around from that, Katu's gonna make an attack against it. Yeah, that will do it. For a total of, what is that? 19 damage. It has 18 hit points. It's dead. Katu's a murder machine. At least when she's cutting down trees. Alright, moving 40 feet now. Gonna make 2 more attacks at the Thornblight here. Because she reduced the creature to 0 hit points. 14... Does 14 hit? I have to check. Does 12? 12 definitely doesn't hit. 14 does not hit. Wow, both attacks miss. Sorry, girl. Samara's just gonna use her action, cast Cure Wounds on Rookie Jack, for simplicity's sake. That is... first level, why not? 9, okay. 9 and... yeah, okay, so right. And that's the end of her turn. Okay. Moorish.
I'm gonna step over around Kieran. 15, 20, 25 feet. And then I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts. Oh, actually, I'm gonna cast Hex first on the tree.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Cool. $25 definitely hits. And you have Bless as well if you wanted to make that a 29. 17 also hits. It's a tree.
Cool. So, first damage.
6. Okay.
And again, 2 6s.
2 6s. Okay. 12 in total plus your 2d6.
God damn, I'm rolling so badly.
Jeez, man. Yeah, no kidding.
Hey!
Ah, that's decent. Alright, yeah. Blasting it apart, splinters flying. It's looking... well, it's taken not very many hits so far, so it's actually quite intact so far, but you're dealing some damage. Anything else for your turn?
2 seconds. No, I'm good. Actually, wait, no, I'll back up 5 more. Actually, I'm gonna back up 5 more feet.
Got it. Talir comes up. Talir is going to just cast... Talir's gonna back up away from this thorn thing. And just gonna cast in front of, next to you-ish, actually side by side with you, and cast Fireball at the Blighted Great Tree. Or Firebolt, not Fireball. 10! Actually does not hit. AC 12. Unfortunately. Such a shit roll, too. Sorry, Talir. Come to the Blighted Great Tree. Today's a bad day for my scripts not to work, because this attack's gonna hit a lot of things. First it needs to get close enough, though. It's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. And it's going to Rain of Pinions. All creatures in a 20-foot radius suffer 8d4 piercing damage and must make
Zale
a
get his
DC.
Sentinel?
Ooh.
Oh.
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 Oh. Do you get your Sentinel?
I mean, yes.
Do you want to fuck this guy up before he kills literally everyone in 20-foot radius?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ah, bollocks.
Okay.
Oh, bless. Will D4 help?
12 is its AC, unless so if you're not great weapon mastering this attack, it would hit.
Okay, no, I'll hit it.
All right, go ahead. 12 points of slashing damage. All right, cool.
I will use a first level spite, so 2d8.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
10.
10
Not bad. Yeah, doing a substantial bit of harm to this thing as it tries to lumber away from you, and taking your greatsword in both hands, you surge forward and drive it into its remaining leg, pinning it to the ground, and as an entire fucking tree is wrestling against you, testing the strength of your arm, you flex and hold strong and pin it in place, and it cannot move. An entire fucking...
It's an absurd visual.
I love it. You've got an ant pinned in place.
And in fact, it is quite pissed off at you. It's gonna turn and immediately slam you with its hand. 9. Okay, misses as as its massive fucking hand sweeps down to crush your skull in like a fucking grape. You duck down and hunch in on yourself, and the blow glances off the back of your armor. You feel the pressure of the impact pushing through your steel, nearly killing you, nearly grinding you down, but you hold strong, and you still have the thing pinned. Alright, that is the end of the Great Tree's turn. Alright, it's also on fire, so it takes 1d6 fire damage. 2 points of fire damage with the vulnerability. As the firebomb that Jack threw is still blazing steadily away on its shoulder. Alright, end of its turn. Vet Sideer, seeing that the threat down here is mostly gone, except for the giant fuck-off tree, is going to move away a little bit from the group and cast Scorching Ray on the Great Tree. That's 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. All hit. 14. 24.
Full damage on one
48. 48 points of damage in total. Very good hit there. Blasting the wood, searing and burning and blazing. The thing wears a cloak of fire now. As the fire mounts up, the damage is increasing. Alright, end of its turn. Rookie Jack. Rookie Jack is engaged in melee with the Thorn Blight. Doesn't really want to be there. Can use his action to disengage. He's not a frontline fighter. He recognizes he's kind of feeble at this sort of thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Closing up to you, Morris, because so far you seem to be his, looking out for his best interests.
Keep him alive.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. The blight, this one here, with no one to stop him, is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to get... Okay, so everything within a 20-foot radius of him, which is actually going to be a fairly massive circle, stretching from here to here to here. 1, 2, 3, yeah, like this. Like this, I think. And then center it on him. Yeah, that's 20 feet.
Oh no, Julian!
Oh no, Julian! Okay. Morish, Kieran, Ish. I need to make dexterity saving throws.
Ah.
16 points of piercing damage to both of you. Ish, you just save, so you take 8, but 16 to Morish and Kieran. Vet, I wish my group saving throw worked right now, but whatever, is what it is. We'll just do this manually. Vet, that's a fail. Takes 16 points of damage. Rookie Jack. Oh wait, he's proficient in that. Okay, he succeeds. Only 8 points of piercing damage. Kieran already taken the damage. Zamara, Dex. 16 points of piercing damage. Julian is indeed caught in it, and if he fails his save, which is -1 on Dex, he will die.
Oh no.
Do you guys think I should let a camel roll death save?
That's up to you.
You know what?
Julian.
If it works for other creatures, why not? Julian can make death saves as a rain of shards, and as the blighted great tree stands up, and the branches that spread out from the top of it explode in a rain of splinters, falling down, spraying over all of you. Julian is immediately peppered by several spears of wood, ripped through, and rears up on two hind legs, flailing its camel legs, and then drops to the ground, bleeding and twitching. Also the draft horse. Let's see. Yeah, that takes the full damage too. But it has more hit points than Julian, surprisingly, so it's
Holy
fine.
shit!
It has 3 hit points left. Okay. Alright, I think that's everyone. Cool. Okay, so we come to the top of the round. It is officially 3 hours past session. If you guys want, we can call it here, or we could finish off the rest of this combat.
It's normally me that says we can finish, but I don't mind finishing the combat.
I'm happy to finish combat.
Yeah,
finish.
cool. Let's get it out of the way, for sure. Alright, top of the round. Blighted Man is dead. Removed from the initiative. Ish.
I will fire the guiding bolt again at the great tree who killed Julian.
Okay, got it. What level?
3 again.
3 again, gotcha.
Going all out.
Big damage. Nope. Fuck up.
Yeah, that's 3 1s, man, and a 2.
Yeah.
That is, it's taking a piss. It's taking the piss, man. That's no good. But yeah, you blast it. Does a little bit of damage. Next attack against it has advantage. I forgot about that on the. Actually, it would have had advantage on that first attack you made against it, Zale. Why don't you roll again? Let's see if you hit. Get you a free attack in. That's why not.
My first attack. Okay.
Your very first attack against it way back when. 17. That would hit. Go ahead and make an attack. Do some damage. 16. All right. Very good. I will tell you it has 2 hit points left. As
Wonderful.
we go back in time a little bit, and you carve into it with your great sword, and one more time than you did, and the thing, whatever necromantic essence holds it together, is faltering. The tree struggles to survive. Do trees bleed out? I don't think so, but whatever.
They've got sap.
Yeah, it's bleeding out on sap. All right. Anything else for your turn, Ish?
No.
Okay, got it. Alright, we come to the Thornblight 1, which is now engaged with Katu. Katu enraged at the death of her lovely Julian. 2 Thornwhip attacks. 24 and 19, 10, reduced to 5. 5 and 7, 12 total on damage. Alright, cool. I should be... it's so hard to keep track of everything. Theoretically, you would have a minus penalty to attack rolls because of the Thorn Whip, but I haven't keeping track, who cares. That's the end of its turn. Gord? I mean... I don't want to steal your kill, Zale. But...
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what he would do. It's right there next to him. Let's attack. 9 misses, okay. 18 hits, though. Alright, cool. As Gord spears the thing through its tree chest, or whatever, tree stomach, and with one, like, axeman's push, application of leverage, splits the thing in half through all the wounds that have already appeared, and it falls over, dead and burning. Alright, end of his turn. Serpon makes another death saving throw. D20. Oh, Serpon is stabilized. Good for you, Serpon. Alright, cool. End of his turn, Tangleblight is dead. Kieran. There's one tree remaining. Oh, and a Thornblight. Right here.
20, 25. I'm gonna redirect my Hunter's Mark to Big Tree.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot it twice with the -5 sharpshooter thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Cool.
First attack. Second attack.
13 hits. 14 hits.
Cool. So that one. That one.
Okay,
That
so
one
let's
and that
see.
one.
8, 12, 22, and then we're looking at 17, so what is that, 39, 44, 45 points of damage. Extremely solid. your arrows finding whatever weak points, perhaps hitting joints at the perfect spot of application of force and power, and the limbs explode off of it, off of this tree. More sap bursts out. It is looking very badly hurt now. All right.
Okay, that's my turn.
And if you, all right, perfect. Dennett cannot get a sneak attack off. No allies are in range. I guess he'll hide in the foliage as a bonus action and then make a crossbow attack. Sure, why not? That's a stealth check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that works. That's a 20. All right, cool. Crossbow attack with advantage. 21. Sneak attack. 27 points of damage, 23 points of damage total. Cool. End of his turn. Zale, reminder, you're still hasted. Your movement speed is momentarily 60 feet.
Right then, I'm just gonna move over to this thing and swing it 3 times.
Fuck yeah. Full linebacker mode.
Am I still blessed?
You are.
Alright, first one, Great Weapon Master.
7,
Roll a d4.
would not do it, unfortunately.
Damn it. Alright, next one.
17 hits.
Cool.
Yep, third attack's not even necessary. You kill. How do you want to kill it?
I just run past it, and I just swing at it, and just. Is it quite? How big is it?
I'd say it stands like 20 feet tall. It's a pretty big fucking tree.
Yeah, I just stab into it and slash up, and it just kind of splits a little open, and just whatever's in it goes everywhere.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay. Running up, both hands on your sword, you drive it into its chest, twist and pull just a little bit of force, and you find that perfect seam, and the whole thing splits up from from where you stab it upward, and it rips in 2 sagging parts, sagging down, sap and ichor stranding, connecting the 2 halves together for just a bit before it splits too far, and it splatters dead. And a great big hunk of firewood at your feet. And oh, there's still a thorn blight left. Okay, cool. All right. No more movement.
Wait,
That's all your.
Oh, never mind. As a bonus, do I still get my bonus attack?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna lob my hand axe at the thorn blight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, stabbing your sword into the ground, picking up your axe. 14 does not hit.
Damn it.
It ducks out of the way. Quite agile, this thing. All right. End of your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Katu comes up. Gonna make 2 attacks against this fucker. 1. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Both of those miss. 17 AC. Okay. End of her turn. Zamara is going to go ahead and cast. She'll put a hand on your shoulder and cast Healing Cure Wounds at 2nd level, Zale. Cure Wounds, level 2, submit. You regain. Oh, nice rolls. No? Oh, wait, yeah, 15 total. I see, 15 total. Alright, that is her action to do that. Morris, it is your go. Only survivor of the battlefield is this 1 blight.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up next to it here. And I'm gonna use Green Flame Blade and use my gauntlet to also attack it at the same time.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So
20, that hits.
And then if the second one's necessary, but let's just do it anyway. So
Nice.
First attack with Green Flame Blade.
11. Oh, buddy, that's pretty good. Oh wait, it's yeah, it would be the one, just the 1d8. So that's 11, 17 on the first hit,
and then damage again for the second attack is
9. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. How do you want to kill it?
straight decapitation. Just take its head off.
Easy enough. 1 solid swing, the flames billowing on your steel, and the thorny head flies off of it. and the flames from the steel catch on its stump of a neck, and the flames begin to burn down and down as it rides and dies.
Sweet.
All right, cool. That will do it. And that will also end our session. Serpon is unconscious but stabilized. Julian, actually, if anyone wants to heal Julian will be making death saves at this point. In fact, let's
Wow, wouldn't it be against Katu's religion?
Oh no! Oh no!
No,
He's not
per
wrong.
Dave-
Actually,
He's only unconscious at the moment.
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
dead.
Per Dave, it's
No,
only
no, no,
death,
it's
death
dying. You
that,
need to leave it.
Nah, I mean, let's try and stabilize him. Come on.
Okay.
Do we not need to put him
No,
down?
I'm,
There's a render to kill him.
no, I'm still gonna tell Dave though that Julian died because it would be against Katu's religion to heal him.
What about Katu as well, since they're blighted? Are they basically dead now as well?
We will play that out with Dave next week, I guess. Because Katu's not immediately dead from this. In fact, I should add that to her sheet just so I don't forget.
Not
But we're in the
dead
middle of nowhere with no medical assistance. You may as well kill them together. That's why they want to go.
yet. You are a cleric.
Yeah, but she's cursed.
Yeah.
We
Who's given?
will. We will figure that out. Real talk: is anyone gonna heal Julian, or are we content to let the camel die?
I'll lay on hands him for 5.
Okay. Okay. The camel lives. Good for Julian. Okay. I mean, that camel served you pretty well earlier in the session. Saved Talir's life, certainly.
Fact.
All right. Okay. Cool. Good session, boys.
Yeah, thank you.
It's good. Yeah, cheers, Verb.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming
I
on,
didn't make
everyone.
you guys sweat as much
I'll,
at that second combat as I had wished, but I had enough
catch
fun
you on the next one.
with the first one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that thing was fucking naughty.